Getting dicey.
You gonna finish that thought?
Oh, very quickly. I was watching a show about cheetahs on the weekend in the savannah in Africa, and it was presented by the Scotsman, and he was kneeling down and he went, "You can just see them there, just beyond that thicket." I just thought, God, it's in common vernacular.
Oh my God, that happened to me as well. I had a thicket moment in the week as well. The day after the session, I was playing Fire Emblem and like the map was showing that someone was in a thicket, and I was like, I don't remember thickets. I've never seen a thicket in this game before. What's happening?
They're just inserting themselves into reality.
Yeah.
But, to be clear, the thicket wasn't the weird thing. It was a fat thicket.
What was really weird was in Fire Emblem it was called a fat thicket.
Fat old thicket.
That you've been customizing the any file again, Joe. Renaming assets.
All right, guys, you have made your way down the steps into the opening area of this amber temple. The feeling of evil is all-consuming, and the coldness that you thought you'd have left outside seems to be just coming with you through into this temple. It is just as cold in this entranceway as it was outside. Baron, up on the right, through one of the little arrow slits on the right-hand side of this hallway, you have seen this dead a skeleton with these blue robes clutching a wand to its chest, and that's kind of just up in the corner of the room.
Is it? So I can see it through an arrow slit. Is that right?
Yeah. There's a little arrow slit just on the wall, on the right. Oh, there's a couple. There's two on the left-hand side. There's two on the right-hand side of this hallway.
Oh, okay. I might walk forward a little bit, see if I can get a better view inside that room. Does it look like? Can you fit through an arrow slit?
No, not at all.
Not unless you're an arrow.
Very
Dad's jokes.
The arrow slits are about 5 inches wide and about 4 foot tall.
So you're saying some kind of mage hand could potentially get through such a thing?
5 inches wide? Yeah. Maybe it's
mage chode.
Can't mage hand travel through things? I think mine can.
But the thing is, you
what
can
do you
get it
think?
through there.
I could maybe animate this guy, and he could just hand it over.
True.
And then I'll see if he can come and meet us. I might try doing that.
Wow.
What?
This is a ballsy move for the first thing we do is bring back to life someone who's then going to march through the temple.
Well, I'll say it. What do you think about the idea?
Or we could talk to him.
Well, probably not. He'd just be like a normal skeleton at that stage. Yeah.
What?
Speak with dead and animate dead, two very different things.
Yeah. And I can't do speak with dead, I think, if he's animated. But there's a good point. It would be nice to talk to him.
You're talking about talking to him before you did anything else, right? Sure.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Maybe But we do want that. That one looks good. Do you want to do your mage hand, Morley?
No. Oh, well, not before you.
I love the game of yes and that D&D really brings out in people.
No, but it's also good.
No, but how about you fucking do something? No, I think perhaps talking to him before we kind of disturb the corpse might be a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put it this way. Is there anything to be gained by... I presume Mage Hand was going to be used to pull the... Was it a wand, did you say?
Pull the wand.
Pull the wand through the arrow slit to us?
Yes.
Is there anything to be gained by doing that before you speak to him? or them?
Well, he might, if he's very possessive of it, he might think, "Who? You just stole my wand."
So the opposite, in fact. I'm only maybe making the situation worse if you then tried to interrogate him. Because don't they have to see you as a friend?
It helps. Definitely helps. But I have to be within 10 feet, and he's further away than that.
Yeah, he's about 20 feet away. From
We could always go in and see if there's a door on the other side.
Can you inspect the wand to see if it is anything more than a whittled stick?
I'll tell you what, if you want to give me 10 minutes, I can do detect magic, and then I can, when we're walking around, things should ping. See if it is actually more than
The whole place is going to be lit up like a Heathrow airport.
What? Place in
It's dirt.
It'd be good to learn a bit about this place from someone who's been here.
Okay, well, I'll cast a detect magic. Do we want to wait 10 minutes, or should I just burn a slot? Let's just do it.
Let's wait.
Okay.
Wait by the entrance.
Let's wait and listen. Let's see if we can hear anything for those 10 minutes while I'm conjuring up my detect magic thing.
Right, I'm going to move back
Okay.
over here.
Bill just sort of backs up the stairs a little bit and just takes a leaning up against one of the walls of the external walls of this cave.
Here we go. I'm back outside.
What you do here, so if you're going to move forward with this 10-minute wait, what you hear almost instantly once you all quieten down, you've got the wind howling from behind you, but you can just hear and feel this bassy kind of
Oh.
like just something stomping through this temple somewhere.
Oh. Like below us or above us? Or
It's hard to gauge where it is, but you're feeling small tremors and you can hear it echoing through the darkness to the north of you. So at the other end of this hallway, there's no light within this temple. It is pitch black from what you can see.
Oh.
Or like a very slow-paced rave.
Are there any lamps or anything on the walls?
Nothing in this hallway.
We need to keep a low profile. I sense nothing but evil in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's incredibly evil. Why are we here?
Let's just go. Casimir, your sister's been gone a long time. Shall we just go? Let's go.
Should we?
I'm
we're
kidding.
so
I don't
close,
say that to
America.
him. I didn't say that to him. I'm kidding. I'll actually, in complete contradiction to that, I will grasp Casimir's shoulder and be like, "We will find you the answers you desire." I'll be nice to him.
Thank you. Thank you, American.
American.
I feel very uneasy. Can you feel what I feel? This sense of complete and utter evil.
Yes, it permeates this hellish room.
It makes even me doubt stepping foot into this place. Sorry, Bill, go right ahead.
American, do you think Bronzin could have a wee scout for us? He's used to dark places.
This is true. Runs in. Where are you, boy?
Around
And he's
Zen.
going to pop out of the ether into my arms.
Perfect.
But I have to
Massive.
do a spell if I want to like communicate. But I can cast speak with animals, and ask him to go and have a look around and come back and tell us what
Don't
he's
you have a telepathic link?
No.
Is he not a familiar?
No. I have to cast a I had to cast to get a familiar. He's just my buddy. He's just my cute little buddy.
Cool. So yeah, Ranzin appears in your arms.
Gonna give him a little kiss on his thorny little head. Ranzin, I'm going to twirl my staff and do what have you to cast Speak with Animals, and I'm going to whisper and ask Ranzin to look around and come back within 10 minutes and tell us what he's seen in the darkness.
Cool.
Maybe I could get him to spy on that room with the dire wolf.
Yeah, give me something a bit more specific, and I can absolutely get that done for you. Otherwise,
where do we want to
who knows what you're sending this spider out into?
Do we want to send him to the room? Or do we want to send him elsewhere and see what else there is around? Because, I mean, if he goes into the room, he won't be able to tell us what they're saying. He'll just be able to tell us what he sees.
Maybe send him straight ahead down these stairs and then take a left and see if it joins up with that room. Like, if we go in there, will we be spotted by those people that were in that crevice room?
Okay.
Or if it just let us know also if there's anybody in there at all that he sees.
Okay. So we're going to ask him to scout along down towards where the crevice, the crack room was.
Yes.
Tell us what he sees along the way, if anything, and if they will see us coming if we go towards them.
Okay.
Is that the gist?
Yeah, that works. That works for me.
Okay.
And Ranzin sort of like chatters his mandibles, and you know that you've got that connection with him. You're speaking with him at the moment. He's just like, yes, I'll search, and runs and just scuttles across the floor, down the stairs into the hallway, and you see him standing in view on what looks to be some kind of balcony area. And then just scuttles off to the left, out of sight.
All right.
Cool. So, Baron, you're doing a ritual at the moment, is that right?
Yes, a 10-minute ritual just to do detect magic.
And you've backed out to do this? You've gone back
I'm just near the entrance, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Surrounded by skeletons.
That throughout that entire 10 minutes, you're still just hearing that thumping, what sounds like stone on stone, just thumping around, and it seems to be coming just from somewhere within in the temple, and it doesn't stop the entire 10 minutes. American, you've been keeping an eye out through that hallway, and I'm trying to remember your dark vision only goes like 60 feet, doesn't it?
Sure.
Yeah. So you're watching out, and you're seeing at the bottom of the stairs, the hallway continues out to this balcony. It looks like some kind of stone balcony. And on the other side of that is just complete darkness. And every now and then, actually, give me a perception roll.
Yes. Just give me a second.
Is roll 20 open?
I am doing the thing.
Okay, good.
Did it do it?
You did
yes,
it twice.
Yes.
We'll take the
I
first one.
rolled a 9 plus 8 for 17.
Okay, great. With that roll, you do see every now and then it's really faint. And because of your dark vision, it just looks like a stripe of light kind of washes quickly over the room. And then you wait a little bit longer, and another one in that same direction from sort of far off to the left, and it just washes quickly around to the other side of the room. And over time, there doesn't seem to be any pattern to it, but you see this beam of light, almost like a light is being cast from somewhere off to the left, and it's wiping itself through the room in front of you. And then after a few minutes, it seems to go the other direction a few times. And then there might be one that goes towards you while two of them sort of wash away. There's no rhyme or reason to this pattern. that's being cast in the room beyond you.
There's something moving in there, that's for sure.
What is it?
Don't know.
It's probably a creature walking in front of a fire, back and forth. Some sort of light source.
It could be scanning and looking for intruders.
The next thing, American, you see is Ranzin just dart across the hallway in front of you, running off to the right. And he's just having a quick scout over to that side as well. And only a couple of minutes pass before he comes running back up through the hallway, up the stairs, and into your arms.
And give him a little kiss. Tell
Surprised you made
me
it.
what you've seen.
Doors. There's doors. And they're all shut. Flickering lights coming from beneath the double doors. Off in the direction you wanted me. The other
Flickering
direction.
lights.
In the other direction. An open double doors, but I dare not go.
Oh. Good job, boy. Okay. Well, I'll tell everyone what he's seen. I'll say, well, it doesn't appear that I'm going to call them the crack folk. Their door is shut, so they won't see us coming.
The crack folk.
Do you like that? I just came up with that on
I
the
do.
spot.
I feel
So-
it paints them in somewhat of a bad light, but yeah, okay. The crack folk.
I mean, honestly, I think if they're living in here, a place which reeks of evil such that one can sense it seeping through one's skin, how could they possibly be good folk? I say we proceed with extreme caution and prepare for a battle, just in case.
I'm with you.
Are we getting that wand? Are we getting that, or are we not getting that now? Talking to the bloke. That's what you're going to do. You're going to talk to the bloke.
And we'll say that the 10 minutes is up now that Ranzin is back and your detect magic kicks in. So what does magic, or what do magic items look like with detect magic?
They just glow, I think. So
Alright.
within 30 feet of me, I can sense the presence of magic.
Okay, great. Well,
And-
there doesn't seem to be any magic around the outside of this temple.
Okay. I guess I'll go try to get within 30 feet of that skeleton. I'll move slowly down the stairs, trying to be quiet.
Okay, great. So you usually tiptoe down the stairs and sort of position yourself next to the arrow slit. And as you get closer, the wand in the robed skeleton's hands starts to glow.
It's magic, guys.
His magic wand.
The
magic wand is magic. I'm glad we
Oh, wow.
It's not just a
In
little
retrospect, it does seem like that was a bit of a gimme.
Oh my god, I just thought it was a stick.
I will say,
Good to know, though.
I will say that, Baron, there's like just bits of dust that sort of settle and move with some of the wind that's going past. Just bits of dust have just like the slightest hint of a glow to them, just the tiniest little hint of magic to them.
Dust is magic. Like all of the dust, or
No, just bits and just some dust that is scattered
specific bits of dust are magic?
How strange.
Do you get
Could
to
it be
know? Sorry, do you get to know the school of magic from the color of the aura or something?
Yes. Well, do I actually? Yeah. So they have a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
It's just a magic wand.
What about the dust? Magic dust.
They don't really show any specific school. Again, it's just
Okay.
you imagine you think that maybe it was once a magical item that is, or many magical items that have just faded and turned to dust over time.
Ah, so things have just turned to magic sand. Something over time. American, with the light that Ranzin saw, did you say it was coming from beneath double doors? So it's not up in the ceiling or anything, it's coming from underneath the doors? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just coming out from that room. You could probably assume it was the same sort of flickering light as the fire or light source that Morley saw.
So Molly, you're probably right. It was maybe someone moving back and forth, covering the light, or maybe they're carrying a torch.
Can I get a investigation
I think it was...
or a perception roll from you, Baron?
I feel like that was two different sources of light, though. Was it? I don't know anymore. But I've got one thing I want to ask Runzen before the spell is up as well.
I've got a 27,
okay.
18 plus 9.
Great. You look out into the darkness in front of you as well. You don't have dark vision, so anything you do see in the darkness now comes with color. Mirakin, when she sees anything in dark vision, it's without color. You're now focusing into the dark, and you're starting to see a little bit of that moving pattern that washes through the room. And it's a very distinctive greenish light.
It's greenish. So there's a light that permeates the darkness that is it glowing magical or?
Well, it's just light. It's just light. It looks like...
Magic light? Okay.
Well, I don't know of any non-magic light that's green.
It's green. So here's the question. Do we...
What's
do we
the
walk
range
in,
on...
or do we go through crack folk?
What's the range on your detect magic?
30 feet.
Oh, okay.
I'm loving that you've just used crack folk. I'm quite pleased with that. But before the spell wears off, I do want to quickly say one last thing to Runzen. I'm going to be like, Runzen, baby, this is a very dangerous place. I feel it in my bones. Take this. And I'm going to give Runzen one of my good berries. And I'm going to be like, don't eat it. No. Hey, don't.
How does a spider hold? He's just going to keep it in his mouth and his mandibles?
He's got his little mandibles and he's just going to hold it like this.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And I'm just going to...
It's going to make it very hard to bite things if he wants to bite something.
Runzen, I want you to make someone eat this if they fall on the ground looking very sick. Promise me this.
Yeah, and he's like, with the sound of his mouth full, goes, ah.
Okay. Good boy. Mwah. Mwah. A kiss. Mwah.
Morley, what's Morley up to?
Just looking at this guy's wand, thinking, I wonder if I should swifty that.
Yes, do it.
Should I, Baron? You're looking at this guy's wand before you know, magic wand. Maybe I should get the old mage hand out and pass it through the arrow slit. It'll fit through the arrow slit. Definitely. Anyone knows a magic wand would fit through an arrow slit.
Morley, can you give me a perception? No, give me an investigation roll.
Oh, it's just that
I wonder if we'll get past the entrance tonight.
We're not going to.
Don't plan on it.
Perception first, and got a pretty good score on that, but that's okay.
Well, up to you. You can give. It's not.
Oh,
we'll see how it
bloody
rolls.
rolled now.
Oh, that's fine.
Pretty good. Pretty fucking good. 25.
You're looking through at the wizard in his the skeleton in his robes with the wand, and you're looking around the room a bit more, and you don't see any way into this room.
He's obviously been sealed in, maybe for his traitorous crimes.
That's odd, isn't it? Like,
It
how does
is
a
odd.
person get in there? And why would there be arrow slits? Like, what about in the ceiling? Is there a ceiling?
I mean, there's a ceiling. It's about 20 feet up at this point.
Christ.
I wonder if he was teleported in here. I've seen you jump around through planes of existence and that sort of thing.
That's true.
Or perhaps he was kept prisoner for crimes untold and was bricked up around him to keep him...
Only to
contained.
see through a slit.
And you look through the arrow slits on the left-hand side of the hallway to find a similarly closed-off room with no apparent entrance or exit.
Oh, we've got to talk to him now.
What a
We've
geek
got
he
to...
Maybe there's a secret way in.
Ooh.
It could be. Could I investigate the wall directly to my right and look for signs of either like the wall being not really there, like a mirage or an illusion, or any kind of cracks or secret kind of panels?
Yeah, you give that a thorough investigation with your sort of hands, and you give it a little knock and stuff, and it's just there's nothing on this wall that sort of gives you any thinking that this might be a fake wall or have any kind of secret to it.
Maybe I should grab his wand, Baron.
Yeah, I didn't see why not.
So we're not going to talk to him.
Well, I have to get within 10 feet of him to do that.
Oh, okay. It'll probably be a little...
With this green stuff, I guess we're all going in the front, but I just have a feeling that we're going to be detected or something. You know, there's things going on. It seems like this is a vigilant place. There's keeping an eye for intruders. I just think this green light may set off some sort of alarm.
Oh, like that movie with Sean Connery.
The Rock.
I can't remember.
Highlander.
No, he's in it with a young woman, a much younger woman.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
the name of the movie too.
She goes through the laser beams.
Yeah.
How recent is this movie? Is it?
Oh,
Are we talking a modern
early
classic?
2000s?
Oh right, yeah.
Was it like the first Resident Evil movie?
Yeah.
Anyway, so you think the green light is some sort of anti-intruder?
I think it's likely.
System.
But I'm just being paranoid. But if you guys want to go in this way, then let's do it. We can't stay around here the whole time. Let's
Baron, I hate to. Yeah, I should grab the wand, shouldn't I?
grab the wand and then
Okay.
I'm so
I'm gonna
sorry to
send
keep
out-
bringing this up. Oh, God.
I'm gonna send out Mage Hand to grab the wand, and then I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm gonna place it in the alcove of the arrow slit, so it's resting there, ready to be grabbed. But I don't want to touch it with my hands.
Yeah, great.
There you go, Baron.
Oh, okay. So it appears there. That works.
Yeah, that
That's
totally
very-
works. Yeah.
What a deft move. Okay, I cast
Thank
the
you.
first level spell Identify, and I
Oh.
must touch this thing with my finger.
Okay.
Being very brave.
Yeah. You instantly know what this is. It's called a Wand of Secrets. It's got 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges, and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you. And it requires 1d3 expended, regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Interesting. So we can use this to find. Maybe we can use this to find how this wizard man got in there in the first place.
I've added it to your journal, your Roll20 journal, if you want to click on it and take a look.
Thank you.
This is what it looks like.
Oh, it's twisty. It's a bit like Hermes' rod with the bell
I'm
end.
not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it either, but I definitely want to now.
I know.
Let's put it in everyone's journal so they can at least take a look.
It's like a fine trap spell, but you don't waste a spell slot and hate your life for using it.
That is exactly
Yeah, and it's
right.
within an area instead of looking directly at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like,
Very
guys. It's
good.
so it's very twisted.
Elegant.
Sort of handle to it. It is quite elegant.
God. I
Refined.
was imagining such a plain, like gnarled bit of wood. This is a beautiful piece of craftsmanship.
This
The
is-
sort
this
of
is-
thing that Bill would love.
This is what a Wand of Secrets would look like, pristine. Looks like it's got it's been aged. It's a little cracked. It's a little dry. It looks dried as well. Like the wood isn't as nicely polished.
This needs a bit of oiling.
Yeah.
You're telling me this one needs some oiling. Look at it.
Here we go.
But
the
look at
woodwork
look at the
expert.
fine. Look at this. Look at this, Baron. Look how thin they managed to get the wood without it breaking. Do you know how hard that is to do? Do you have any idea?
I can barely imagine.
This is truly a masterwork. You should take good care of that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well,
We should use it immediately. What if there's
Yes,
traps right at the
okay.
entrance?
What's this thing next to it? This sort of ball.
I think that's just
That's a top-down view, isn't it?
that's just kind of a look at the end of it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Top down?
I don't know if it's
Okay.
top down.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use it immediately.
Okay.
Is my rod pulsing? My wand.
So
The wand
traps
pulses and points at the one nearest to
within 30 feet of you. So that goes. Yeah, it does. It does start pulsing, and it points towards the wall. The wall up opposite these arrow slits. It kind of is pointing and sort of pulsing its hardest while pointing directly at that wall. Yeah. So there you go. Now it doesn't give you. It doesn't point to everything around you, just the closest
nearest
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a secret door, I'm sure of it. Or a trap. Secret door. Trap. Secret door. Must be a secret door.
It now has 2 charges.
Or a trap.
What if it's a trap?
Well,
So-
if we
so you
oh,
don't-
we
you
have a
don't-
rogue.
You don't find out if it's a trap.
It just finds either a secret door or a trap within 30 feet.
It's
Could be
like,
either.
It's like an
Okay.
item that finds like an apple or a poison apple.
Yeah. It's like, well, this doesn't allay my fears at all.
one of them.
Found one.
Are you gonna take a bite? Who's gonna do it?
Well, I guess we can go around. Is it? Are you all? Have you all decided to go into this temple? The front.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I would
That's
quite
fine
like
with
to
you.
go in. Yes.
You do. You would.
Yeah.
Okay.
All in.
Well, after you.
Fine.
I'm
Casimir,
going in. I
lead the way.
stride forwards. I'm going to take the lead.
Casimir walks with you, American, and you both walk out onto this balcony that you saw earlier. You can see off to the left and right that there are stairs heading down into this darkness that's in front of you. Bill?
I was just gonna ask, hey Baron, were the clothes that skeleton was wearing glowing or just the wand?
Good question.
Just the wand. Just the wand.
It's the wand in the dust.
Yeah, and the dust.
Just everything.
Baron, you're finding the further they're moving away into this room, the more they are just disappearing from view. It is very dark in that room, without any kind of dark vision.
Does anyone mind if I light a torch or?
Probably
Can
gonna be
we-
a bit of a giveaway.
Oh, okay.
Can we hold off on the torch just for
All
now?
right.
Maybe hang on to one of us.
I'll just
You
put
can-
my hand on Mark's shoulder.
Who's Mark?
Are we going?
He's right in front of me. He's Mark. Don't be rude.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
American.
Sorry, who?
Sorry, Mark. Sorry, Brian.
He gives you a little nod.
American, at this point, you can see the source of that strange pattern of lights that keeps washing through this room. And you're now seeing that as the lights get closer to you and even wash over you, they become green when they become within that 60-foot dark vision threshold. You look over to the left on the far wall, and even though it's pitch black over wherever that light's coming from, every now and then you'll just see a fiery green light pass through some of these arrow slits in what you can only assume is a wall in the darkness.
Is there any shadowy areas that don't get lit up?
Give me an investigation roll.
Yeah, is it lighting up the balcony or just down below?
13.
Okay, with 13. Well, actually, I'll do it with advantage, just since we're doing this as a group, you're kind of analyzing this pattern.
A 1 plus 9.
Okay, we'll go with 13. it looks like whatever is casting that light is quite close to the hole, because as it passes, or the arrow slit or whatever it is behind, as it passes by, a decent swipe of light cuts across the entire room and washes across it as it goes past you. So you're not picking up on any specific area in shadow.
And does it go all the way off to the right of the room as well?
Yes,
It's coming from the left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anyone
And does it
have
come up onto the
invisibility?
balcony?
Yes, it comes across this entire room.
The light's
Ooh.
green. Did you say the light's green?
It is.
The trap is clean. Oh, oh, you're green.
Great idea with a green screen as well. If you can make yourself as green as possible.
Okay. So, does anyone have like invisibility or pass without
Yes.
trace or something like that? And we could run in and try and find the door to the right of this, and get. I don't want to be spotted by the light.
We don't
I
want to
have
see
a
the crack
potion.
people.
I have a potion that can turn me into a gas. Do you remember that one? Do you remember when I got that
do.
potion? The gas potion.
It's probably good,
Yeah.
but it might. I mean, you'll be going slow.
Oh my god.
And you won't be able to talk to us. Can you
No,
talk?
but I don't be
I can make you invisible, Morley, if you want to
Oh no! When
sneak
did you
around.
make yourself invisible?
Well, if there's traps around, you might be better off disarming them.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk to the crack people or not?
And how long does Detect Magic last?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you guys are going very slowly, so it's going to start.
We're not doing anything. We're so scared.
Oh, now hold on. Were you saying, are we going to talk to the crack people
Yes.
by going off to the left or going outside and through the crack?
To the left and opening the door to them and saying, "Hello, crack people. Do you want to kill us or be a friend?"
I think if we're going to do that, we would do it from the outside where they can't all bum rush us. They have to go through the crack. I think we hide from them.
We've literally just after moments of deliberation, 45 minutes we've deliberated, and we've managed to go 3 feet inside the door. And now you're like,
Go.
let's go outside again. And look through the
No, I'm
crack.
not saying, but I'm just saying they're looking. So if we run into them, we can talk to them. But if we don't, can we avoid them? Please.
Crack people. I want to talk to them.
I will suggest that there was about a similar 45 minutes at the end of last session, which made you guys say you were going to go through the front door.
Yeah. Well, if you want to talk to them, call out to them.
Why don't we just send one person, open the door, see if they're hostile. If they're completely hostile, we go, "Oh, they're hostile," and we either run away or just
Destroy.
trap them in the room with fireball and call it a day.
Okay.
I know.
Didn't you say, American, that for them to be in this place, they must be evil? Didn't you say
No,
that?
I said they're probably evil.
Yeah, we're in this place. Maybe they just
They
visited.
might just be seeking shelter. I mean,
Cold. Okay, who wants to go and say hi to the crack people then?
I could go in as a gas, and that way I don't have to
Enough of the
open
gas.
open the door. Oh, no, I'm saying I won't have to open the door, because if I'm a gas, I can just pass under the door, and then I
Yes.
can scout out the room fully.
yes, and you can overhear them talking about whether they're evil or not.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Sounds good.
A fart infiltration.
Let's do that.
All right.
What's that
Okay,
smell?
Can you
can
you remind me of the specifics of the gas potion, Dungeon Master? Please?
I'll see if I can find that again.
we also need to find out if Bill can message the fart cloud while it's happening.
I'm not turning into a fat cloud. I'm turning into me, but
So-
as a guest.
Potion of gaseous form.
Really?
So when you drink it, you gain the effect of the gaseous form spell for an hour. No concentration spell required, or until you end the effect as a bonus action. So you can just end it
Right.
whenever you like. You can either turn someone else or yourself into a gaseous form.
Great.
An hour
And can I
would give us-
communicate?
Almost
Well,
enough
I'm
time to
guess.
go to another room.
While in this form, the target's only method of movement is flying speed of 10, so your slow little fart whispering its way through the temple. Enter and occupy the space of another creature. Resistance to non-magical damage. It has advantage on strength, dex, and constitution saving throws. You can pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks. You can't talk or manipulate objects.
Okay, so he can't talk.
It's
So
essentially
does that
useless.
mean he can't whisper back to Bill? I've forgotten the rules of
He
message.
cannot talk. He's not a human. He's turning himself into gas,
Yeah.
basically.
Did we
But he
discuss?
can absorb information, right?
He can absorb information that he sees and hears. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
I'll
that
just
would,
leave
be,
it really.
that would be pretty shit if it just turned into gas that can't do a thing. It's just like, let's see where the wind takes me.
Is the gas visible? Is it clear?
I will let Morley decide what kind of gaseous form he takes.
This is so
Definitely.
ridiculous.
Definitely, just like when you watch like a really hot bit of concrete on a hot day, and you just see the kind of the waves through it. That's what it would be like to look through the gas.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
There are
I'm
no
gonna
problems.
take the potion out, and I'm gonna flick off the cork. Wish me luck. Here goes nothing.
But
American?
how are you going to communicate to us what you're
I'll
seeing?
come back. I'll drink
then-
the gas. I'll float in,
Okay.
absorb the information, and I'll float back, and then I'll be me again.
That's right. I forgot you could turn it off at will. That's
Check-
helpful.
Check out as much as you can, Morley.
I will. Bottoms up.
You and everything on you just forms. You start as the shape of Morley, and then all color and form kind of just drops into this misty sort of cloud that then
Ooh.
that then
He
kind of
looks
disappears.
like a hot road. You know how it gets a bit wavy.
You can't.
Not a
Well,
ghost. Not a ghost.
Morley, stop it.
It doesn't smell. It doesn't
Who
smell.
dropped one?
Does smell. Ooh.
doesn't
You know what I
smell.
could do? I can actually use my druidcraft cantrip to instantly create the smell of a fart and go, ooh, yucky.
It doesn't smell.
yucky. Well, then what?
Odorless.
Ooh.
But you know what? Morley can't say that. He can't
Yeah.
say it doesn't smell.
Can't say it at
It's
all.
so true. Set him up. What a prank.
He just leaves that fire.
Molly's floating over to the doors that go to the crack folk.
You push your way through and around the skeletons and the
let's
people
turn to the crack.
and filling that hallway. Slowly bank left as you waft your way through across the balcony and towards the double doors, and you just almost like liquid, just pour yourself underneath the crack, underneath the double doors.
Yes.
There's another set of double doors in the
like
north of this room, but there's the big dire wolf that you saw before that's curled up in front of in the center of this room, and around that room looks to be 5 humans. Let me just read it. So there are torches and sconces that are lighting this room. So there's a lot of light in this room now. 6 bedrolls made of stitched animal furs are on the floor, and on top of each of them of the bedrolls is what looks like the creatures that came up out of the ground atop Yester Hill. They're not acting aggressively. One of them is picking at his toenails. Another one is just sharpening his weapon. There's a fully armored woman sitting on one of the other bedrolls, which is closer to the other set of doors as well. And she seems to be talking or communicating with the rest of the room. And she's talking really monosyllabically, like so she's just really basic, common, one word at a time. And it sounds like you're piecing it together that she's talking, like telling a story of this. She's like, goat big, and we fight. And it's just this story of how they conquer, how she's talking about conquering this big goat, and the rest of them are all kind of just like chuckling away and laughing at the story that she's telling, almost like she's telling them a joke.
Jeez, I'd love to tell her about the time I fought a big goat and how well that went, but I won't. Okay.
Just turn back into normal Morley. The goat!
Yeah. I'd like to float under these other doors here.
Okay, yeah, you float under those doors, and you can now see what was creating the light that gets cast across the room that you were in. You just see these 3 floating skulls, each with wrapped in this green fire, just making their like back and forth up and down this corridor. The walls of this 20-foot wide, 70-foot long arched corridor are sheathed in amber. So this is the first room where you're really seeing a bunch of amber. The southern half of this hall is scorched by fire, the area that you've just come over and into, and there's a charred corpse lying on the floor there, under a burned fur cloak. Several amber doors lead from this hall, and 3 arrow slits are cut into the eastern wall. And those fiery green skulls are just floating slowly and with purpose back and forth. And so this is like an hour, so let's jump back. Unless you want to do more investigating, I can jump back to the crew. Because the crew...
Jump back.
The crew, it's been a good, 4 minutes now with Morley.
4 minutes?
With Morley just being out of sight.
That sounds fine. I'm not worried. I think he should go further and find out more for us.
I'm happy to. Yeah.
Like, he's got a whole hour as a fart man.
Not a fart man.
What is a better name tame fart man then? What should we call?
The gas man.
The gas
gassy
man.
Morley. More gassy.
And that's like not gassy. Like a gas man in Scotland and Ireland is like what you call a comedian.
Oh.
Do you?
I think Gassy Man is pretty good.
Gassy
Oh,
man.
he's a real gas.
Gas man.
Gassy Morley.
Not
I'm a
gassy.
gas man, Jerry.
Anyway, what's the party doing while I'm?
Yeah, what
floating
is
about?
it? What is the rest of the party up to?
Waiting for Morley.
He sits tight.
The rest of you are still here now. You're a bit more in the hallway, although actually the majority of you are still in the hallway. American and Casimir, you're hearing that rhythmic booming now, and it sounds, now that you're in that sort of main area of the temple, it sounds like it's coming from off to the right. Just this boom, boom, boom of stone on stone.
Stone on stone.
And you can see off to the right as well, American, the double doors that are open, as Ranzen let you know.
Should
We
we go
just wait
exploring
for
or should we
Morley.
wait?
No, we wait for Morley.
All right.
All right. Well,
Should we have some snacks?
Yeah, what you got?
I will just detail this balcony a little bit more for you since we've got time to kill while Morley is looking around. The balcony itself is made of pure black marble, and it's got this sort of shattered railing that overlooks the rest of this room. Each of the staircases at each end of the balcony that go down into the darkness are also made of that same black marble. What you can see of the walls and ceiling, although it's the colours fading away thanks to your dark vision, just have that amber glaze to them, giving what you can see of the room, giving it a bit of a golden sheen. Yeah. And the 2 doors on either side of this balcony also are amber doors. All right, well, let's go back to Morley. Morley, where did you head off to?
I was just in this pathway with these 3 green flaming skulls.
Okay.
And I'm deliberating whether I want to. There look to be doors to my left.
There are 3
and then
doors
arrow
on
slits to my right.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. I might I can move horizontally and like latitude and longitude as guess, right? I can float up and down.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll pour myself through an arrow slit onto the to the ground, and I want to head towards this big kind of what I would call a Buddha statue.
Okay. Let's just for a moment. I'm just going to move you guys onto another map.
Oh.
Well, I thought I had you guys on that map. Let's have a quick look.
Are you impressed with how much we don't want to die right now?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good for intriguing gameplay. Us sitting in the entrance for 3 hours.
The majority of you are going to see nothing because this is just what Morley is seeing. Okay.
Okay.
I somehow have vision of Morley, by the way, so I'm just scrolling to a part of the map that I can't see it.
Oh, you guys can. You shouldn't be able to, but that's all right. Whatever. You can. I don't mind if you. I'm going to be detailing it anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. At this part, Morley, there are 4 black marble columns supporting the vaulted ceiling of this temple, at the northern end of which stands a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes. This thing is enormous. The statue's stony hands are outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell. Where its face should be is just a void of complete and utter darkness. The ominous statue stands between 2 black marble balconies, one of which is partially collapsed and fallen on the temple's black marble floor, in front of an open doorway. The walls of the temple are sheathed in amber, and the doors leading from it are made of amber as well. Arched hallways coated with amber lead away from the temple to the west and east. Flanking these exits are alcoves that hold white marble statues of robed human wizards with pointed hats and golden staves. One of them has toppled over and lies shattered on the floor.
Okay. I want to keep my distance from the big spell-casting statue.
Okay.
And I want to get up close and look at the smaller statues that are guarding the hallways to see if they're of interest, if they look like they could come alive at any moment. Peter Frampton.
Are you going up to a specific one? Are we
Yes, I am then.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to the one on my left.
Yeah, you go up to the ones closest to the stairs to the balcony on the left-hand side. And you take it in, and it doesn't look magical in any way. It doesn't look to be moving or anything. It just looks like a statue. A human, what must have been a human wizard. Real kind of withered face and a big long beard has been etched into this marble statue. The only difference being is the staff that it's holding. Actually, all of the staves staves that are being held look to be golden or maybe golden plated.
Okay. I can like in the movie Ghost, I can embody I can move into it, right?
No, you can only enter things. No. You're not a ghost, you're a gas. So unless you can find like a hole or a groove to get inside it, it won't be possible.
You need a Whoopi Goldberg to do that anyway.
Okay.
You can do the other thing in Ghost where you sit behind it and put your hands into your hands with its hands.
Oh.
Central.
Yeah.
Well, I can make pottery.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I've always wanted to add D&D. Okay, I'll float back up to the balcony I was on. I just want to ask the others, because this might not be super fun if it's just me looking around by myself. Is there an opportune moment for me to say, "Hey, this recce's over," or would you like me to keep exposing parts of the map?
What I could say is it's probably been a good half an hour to get this all done. You are moving incredibly slowly. You're investigating and taking a lot of things in. You'd probably be getting close to a good half an hour worth of investigation at this point.
Okay.
I think you should just simply scout for it as long as possible that you can get back to us safely, and that way we'll know as much as we can.
And
As
I
well make that potion worth it.
And Adam, I am watching everywhere you're moving your token, just so I'm adding up those minutes as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've gone down this hallway here.
Okay, I can give you some details on that one. There are glistening amber coating the wall of this western hall, and dust is just covering the floor of this black marble floor that you're on. The vaulted ceiling is about 25 feet high, and set into the walls at a height of about 5 feet are amber ledges lined with life-sized alabaster statues of cats, frogs, hawks, owls, rats, ravens, snakes, toads, and weasels. Many of the statues have fallen off their perches and lie shattered on the floor. An amber door on the northern wall stands open. 4 other amber doors to the west and south stand closed.
Is this door that I'm in front of now?
Yeah, I'll give you some information about what's through there as well. Let's have a quick look. So many rooms in this place. Are you taking a look through into there as well?
I'm trying to, as you can see, move my token left and right of the door crack.
Yeah. So you can hear kind of like talking and sounds coming from some creatures within that room, and you spy what looks like 4 of these huddled, like crooked and bent over bipedal creatures, and you think from a couple they're kind of huddled in and facing each other, and one of them just looks up and goes, and looks back down, and you see for a moment just a giant green eye on the face of this thing.
Oh, like a Cyclops.
Kinda, but a little more twisted and not as powerful as you might imagine a Cyclops would look.
If it's been 30 minutes, I'm probably going to have to use 30-ish minutes to float back, right the way I came.
There's probably a bit more of a direct way up the staircase next to that statue. I'd say if you wanted to investigate maybe a couple more rooms, you're welcome to.
I'll float back up to where the green skulls were. I'll look through a couple of those doors and call that my time.
All right, let's get you back.
I'm back.
All right, which doors would you like to look at?
I'll hug the sides of the wall, of the left-hand wall as much as I can, and I'm going to go right to the back and look at the door on the back left.
Yeah, sure. You squeeze yourself through into the room, and dominating this room is a 12-foot tall model of a dark castle with high walls and tall spires. Behind it, tucked in a corner, are some ruined furnishings and a wooden chest.
Is it Ravenloft?
It looks to be like Ravenloft, yeah.
Oh my god, they're mounting an attack on Ravenloft. These guys are the good guys.
It looks amazingly sculpted. It doesn't look like any tools could have sculpted something like this.
Do you think they're playing D&D?
Wow.
Okay. I'll go to
minis.
the bigger doors at the very end here.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sure if I mentioned there was ruined furnishings and a wooden chest. Sorry, there was a wooden chest in there as well.
Oh shit, a chest. Can I spurt my way through the lock?
Yeah.
Hate it.
You wash yourself. You wash yourself over the chest, looking for a way in, and penetrate through the lock. It's incredibly dark inside. It's weird you're so used to living at normal Morley height. Being inside something that you know is only about 2 feet tall is an strange, bizarre experience. And you can see inside this thing there looks to be an old map case. And can you give me a perception roll as well?
Yeah.
Does this gas have dark vision?
I figured it would have the same seeing properties as Morley.
Oh, that's
Otherwise,
nice.
otherwise it would literally see nothing at all through this entire thing, because it's pitch black in this place.
It's 19.
true.
19. Yeah, that's enough. At the bottom of this wooden chest, there looks to be some kind of fake bottom to it. It's got like a false bottom at the bottom of the chest.
Oh, okay. I'll gas my way through the fake bottom.
You squeeze the part of the gaseous form that can see down into a small gap in that fake bottom, and you can just see all that seems to be underneath it is a giant tome.
So, are you saying the fart is in the bottom?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Can I read?
No, it's closed. It's closed.
I mean, can I read the title? Does it have a title? Is it got a like the Bible?
It doesn't have a title. It's just got it's leather bound, and it's got like there's like a what looks to be maybe a wizard's face, like an old human face with tangled beard and sideburns and bald on top.
All right, creepy old book hidden, probably valuable book, good book.
I'd say with the amount of investigation that room's taken, I'd say your hour is starting to get close. Before you get back, we'll go back to the group. Guys, you've been there for about, we'll say about 40 minutes. So this is while Morley is still downstairs at this point. It's been 40 minutes without any word back from Morley. It started being okay. You were like, it's going to be like 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And time has just kept passing and passing. That rhythmic booming off from the eastern part of the temple. That washing of lights across this temple room. There's no sign of Morley.
I'm going to stub out my 12th cigarette on the ground under my foot. Stub it out. Stamp it out on the ground. I'm just going to announce Morley's dead. It's been an hour almost.
I'm gonna push you in the shoulder. Don't say such things, Brian. He's fine. He'll be back soon.
We knew that it would last an hour, right?
But did we think you'd actually be gone for the full hour?
What's he looking at?
Well, I mean, we did say investigate as much as you can.
Yeah. I just hope he hasn't got stuck in like a balloon or something. In an old book. In a book.
I'm picturing him stuck in the bottom of a chest or something. I don't know.
Gross. Well, okay, it's almost been an hour. What do we do if he doesn't come back? Leave?
Of course not, Brian. How careless. We find him. We save him.
Yes, true.
Yes. Absolutely. He'll be back.
So you guys are just trusting that he'll be back.
Never look, if you plan to meet up with someone and you go wandering, you're the dick. I'm sorry. And we're not gonna be that person that does that.
Yeah.
This is the time before cell phones when we all had to wait.
Yeah.
We made plans.
Yeah. We're not just gonna go wandering off.
Unless we want to play a trick on him.
Play what?
Is this the time that you'd be playing tricks on your friends? The time or the place?
Just really, just with that ominous evil everywhere around you, the complete darkness, the cold, the absolute biting cold, and you're just like, I think a goof. Let's do a goof.
You know what? That's what makes it a good one.
I don't think you understand pranks, Brian.
All right. Well, if you guys are happy to continue waiting for Morley, wait out the hour. I think it'd be safe to assume if he doesn't make it back within that hour, he's probably either dead or in serious need of help. All right. Back with Morley then.
Have I got time to go through these big double doors at the very back of this corridor, or do I need to just start floating my way back?
I'd say you've got room for this one last room. Room for
All right.
a room? You got time for a room.
Okay, this is where I am. I want to slither under the door.
Yep, sure. At the northern side of that hallway with the skulls is a big amber double door. You push your way underneath through a crack under the door and find yourself in a room illuminated by torches and sconces. And in the middle of the room is a dining table. Covering the table is a magnificent feast that fills the hall with the rich smells of cooked meat, sweet vegetables, piping hot gravy, and wine.
Ooh.
Wow, that's quite a spread for Barovia. This is very un-Barovian. Is it nice?
We're never going to see Molly again.
No humans in here?
The room is empty.
You know what would be cool? Is if I ungassed myself and just took a seat at the head of the table and waited for you guys to find me, and then you came back and I was just like, just gravy dripping down my chin. Oh yes, surprise! I'm the head dark one.
But would you do that in this place?
No,
with
absolutely
this
not.
atmosphere?
With the ominous evil and the
Classless.
biting colds.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way back, but I'm gonna make my way under this table as I float out the room. I'm just gonna have a quick scout under the table and then back out the way I came.
You sort of do a float of the periphery of the room and then push yourself underneath the legs of the table, and there's nothing but dust underneath that table. And strangely enough, you're not escaping the amazing smell. Even in gaseous form, you're picking up that amazing smell of the feast.
Probably better. Get straight gas.
Yeah.
Gas to
You're
gas
just absorbing the
interaction.
gas.
So I'm going to come back smelling like a roast.
And an old
We can make that happen.
I like that.
All right, I'm going to float back the way I came, trying to note any differences I see on the
flame
way, if there are
skulls
any.
are still just moving back and forth through that hallway. These berserkers that they're dressed in like mountain folk clothing, same as the ones that were at Yesterhill, are all still sitting on their bedrolls, talking and making basically small talk and sharpening weapons. And you scoot back down underneath the amber doors and out onto this marble balcony. Mirakin and Casimir sees just a small haze slowly making its way towards you.
But here's the great thing. I'm going to go all the way back through the group to the very kind of outside behind these skeletons. And
It's a
then
delicious smell.
yoo-hoo!
Molly!
What's
Morley's
that
back.
smell of roast? Is that roast?
Oh, you wouldn't fucking believe it, man, the things I've seen. Jesus Christ. So, let's start with the most interesting, and I'll go to the least interesting, and then I tell him everything that Reagan has detailed.
A roast, you say?
I know that was
Yeah,
the
was
part
that
that
the-
I...
Okay, let me write that down. Roast. So is that
Roast.
most interesting?
And,
I think so.
and vegetables, and gravy.
Ooh.
You should have seen the gravy bit. Baron, do you like gravy?
Yeah, I like
Did
gravy.
they have red wine with it? What they?
Vegetarian.
Yeah, there was wine. It was like nothing I've seen in Barovia so far.
So it's a
And,
nice place in there. Where we're
Well,
wrong.
it was. I tell you what I think. It was set up to serve some very powerful, very important people, and there were 12 seats. So there's 12 VIPs in here somewhere.
Oh.
And
But was it hot?
Oh, it was steaming. It was like it's like we've come at dinner time. They'll be furious.
Okay,
But
and
why
what,
was no one there? That's strange.
Probably out murdering people.
okay, what was the second most interesting thing you saw?
Get a load of this, right? There was a book hidden in the bottom of a chest in a room that had a scale model of Ravenloft. A book, a big book, leather bound. Nice book.
I'm writing this down.
Hidden.
Did you?
If it's hidden, that means
Biography.
that it's good.
Or dirty.
What was the
Spell book.
what was
It's
it on the
dirty.
cover?
Someone's
that's
porn
the thing.
stash.
I was furious, Bill. The cover was nothing more than some bloke looked vaguely magic. No words that I could discern.
Fabio.
He does
With his
look vaguely
donger out.
magic.
He does.
Oh, what? So you got a roast, books,
And flaming
great.
skulls. The green light we've been seeing. There's these flaming skulls, and they're moving up and down this hallway. I had no idea if they're dangerous or not because they were just patrolling. But it's a skull, it's flaming green. I'm not thinking they're friendly.
Now,
We've encountered one of those before, and it almost killed all of us.
green skulls.
What?
Yes, we found it in a cave. It did a lot of damage to us, scorched us almost to death.
Yeah, it shot us with a fireball. Isn't that right?
it
Wait.
is.
What? When was this?
And
This was actually before you came on the scene. We've actually
No, it was not. It was not important.
It sounds hyper relevant.
like we did a lot of. We actually had lots of adventures before we met you, but
I've had lots of adventures before I met you. So
oh, okay.
yeah.
What's your
And my
number?
adventures
How
were
many?
nice.
How many?
How many adventures were they
More-
big? Ours
More
was
than
big.
a dozen? More than a dozen?
Oh.
Were they bigger than
Dozen.
us?
Yeah, some of them. Some of them were.
Oh, okay. So we need to avoid those. They're probably enchanted guards that will try to murder anyone that interrupts them.
And what about the crack folk?
Oh, so they seem like Casimir. We used to go on adventures before we met you, and one of the.
Well, I've been on plenty of adventures, actually.
Oh, I'm sure you have. It's not a
better
dick
than
measuring
this?
contest. So we went to this place called Yeasty Hill, and there were these like berserkers, these gross, disgusting kind of mountain men. There were a room full of them. There were about 5 of them, but they were with this woman who was armored and talking like she had some sort of learning disability. Very simple language. It was very odd. It's like it was story time, and there was the direwolf that we saw was in that room, but they were placid, but it looks like they were getting ready for trouble. They were sharpening their weapons.
I mentioned the mountain folk that lived up here, right? On the way up?
It's probably them.
It could be.
They were dressed in kind of mountain folk garb.
Those footprints. Is that what you're talking about? The footprints?
Well, we didn't end up investigating those well, but I can only imagine that maybe the people that left those are maybe the same.
Yeah. Oh.
It looked like they were bedding down for the night or something. So it could be that if we wait a certain amount of time, dinner time's over, story time's over, and people are trying to get a good night's kip. That seems like a shit adventure, doesn't it? Sneaking around the house while everyone's asleep. And then I went downstairs. I think, the thing that scared me the most was there's a giant statue down there, and its face was just a pit of black, and its hands were outstretched. It seems like the sort of thing I could imagine that would, I don't know, cast magic spells against us, magic attacks.
You all take a look into the darkness and can only imagine this enormous, foreboding statue somewhere in the darkness in front of you.
And then I saw some Cyclopses.
Cyclopses?
Yeah.
What do they look like?
One eye. Defining feature. But they were like gross humans, but one eye. They seemed stupid.
Stupid?
Well, they were.
What do they
They
sound
have
like?
a learning disability as well.
No, that's
It's just
people
a
with
big
learning
school.
disabilities aren't stupid, American.
Fake.
Uh-oh.
These
What do they sound like?
I don't
Their
want to do the
voices.
voice. You get cancelled.
No, go on, give me the voice. Did they sound like Bobcat Goldthwait?
Do you know what? It's been a while since I saw a police academy, but yes.
You know what, guys? It's that like the big eye creature that we saw. One eye. Sounds like Bobcat Goldthwait. That's what we saw in the mines. Was it in the mine?
Yes.
Remember? And I put the drugs in its
Yes.
eye.
Yes.
So how many of them were there?
So they were called Nothics. You remember there was a
Nothic.
Nothic at the
Yeah,
Red
they
Brand
may have been
hideout.
old wizards.
I saw 2.
2.
I think I saw 2.
2.
Does
Yeah.
Molly's description fit that of a Nothic?
It does. What he ends up describing to you matches very, very similarly to what the rest of you know to be a Nothic. And I don't know, well, the Baron would definitely remember this, that Nothics are effectively,
Oh, wizards that have been fucked up.
yeah, that's exactly right.
That's what it says in the manual.
So any wizard that devote their lives to unearthing arcane secrets are reduced to these creeping, tormented monsters.
Oh, that's a lot of evil that you've uncovered, Morley, just as we suspected you would, but it's very valuable for us to avoid those flaming skulls. I mean, I wonder how we can get around. I suppose we have to go right now. I don't like the sound of going to see the room of the crack folk. I don't get a good vibe from them.
And when you mention going off to the right, you remember that thudding, and then you're hearing it again, just of the stone
even
on
worse.
stone.
You know what? It was incredibly brave of you, Morley. I gotta say, to go off alone in a place like this, even if in gas form,
It was.
and it's very valuable.
Do you know the strangest thing was everything seemed to take me forever, and so I really didn't get through as much as I thought I would.
It's like this whole Barovia place, though. It feels like we've been here for years. It's only been a few days. Well, you know what?
Well,
Bill?
We've beaten berserkers in the past. I think you've gotten rid of any idea I had of them possibly being friendly in this place. You got green skulls, you got Nothics, you got these berserkers. If we see them, let's not try and talk to them. Apart from tell them, fuck off, or we'll kill you.
Sorry, so you want to not cause trouble by telling them if you see them fuck off or we'll kill you.
No, not. I don't mind causing trouble. I don't want to
yes.
make friends with them.
I agree. Diplomacy will be of limited use. We need to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to prepare an attack as soon as I see one, if that comes to it. Now, shall we investigate to the right? Because it sounds very frightening, but the left also sounds quite bad.
Bill,
I have a question for Casimir. Casimir, where are the Balanok Mountains?
What? That is, I'm gonna have to.
Always out of the blue with you, Bill.
Are we in the Balanok Mountains?
We're up Mount Gakis. Mount Gakis at the moment.
Peace.
The Baratok Mountains are to the north of Barovia.
Okay.
Why
The
do you
reason
ask?
The reason I ask, and I clank my spear on the ground, I say, my blood spear is from those mountains, and I think these barbarians are descendants of the first person to wield this. So I wonder if they would listen to me if they see that I wield the spear.
Bill, you're always with the diplomacy, Bill. Now's not the time for diplomacy. We just said we weren't going to talk to them, Bill. Bill!
But
Bill!
you said you weren't going to talk to them.
Bill, what are you doing, Bill? Oh, Bill. This one is incorrigible.
I'm offering up an alternative solution.
I just don't know. Are we gonna? We've tried talking to Nothics in the past, and even Green Skulls. And
I don't want to talk to Nothics.
but also these berserkers that we saw on Yeasty Hill, they couldn't be reasoned with.
Well, I didn't have the blood spear then. That was where I got the blood spear from.
Well, if you go knock on the door, knock on that double door over there, and show them your spear, and try it out. But if it doesn't work, run back this way, and I'll shoot a fireball. Okay?
But Bill, what if they alert the green skulls and all of a sudden we're being attacked by all of them at once? Is it really worth it just to make some odd friends?
Well, I think they might know more about this place than we do. It's not about having friends, it's about learning. And
Learning
also
disabilities.
from
You're just in it for the tokenism.
From memory last time, the Green Skulls can't leave their place of patrol.
Oh, he's
That's
got
how
a
we
good.
escaped them.
He's got a good memory.
Oh.
That was definitely the case for the last green skull that you encountered.
Right. That's good. That's good memory.
That last Green Skull was bound to the room that we're in.
But they can shoot fireballs.
They can
Probably
definitely shoot
120
fireballs.
feet.
And I think they can make us... I think they can cast fear on us as well.
I think they've already cast it on us, to be honest. Do you want to go talk to these weirdos, or should we go to the right?
What does the group think? Do you think that it would be useful, or do you think it would just... I'm scared of the right as well. Like, listen to that fucking thumping.
I
just
think
think-
this is a... Sorry, Mira, can you go?
I was just going to say, best case scenario, they respect you and start talking to us in simpleton language. We won't get a single useful thing out of them. That's all I have to
Monosyllabic.
say.
They do have learning
Continue,
disabilities.
Morley. I'm not making fun of them.
Yeah, that's...
Oh,
that's
I feel this is a stealth operation. We want as little enemy engagement here as possible.
okay.
There's a lot of powerful things around, I think, and I haven't even really conveyed the horror that I felt looking at that statue with the dark, shadowy face that I couldn't see. It was like
So we go
staring
straight
into
to
the-
that one then.
No.
But
Jeez.
aren't we here to see these dark ones?
Well, I think we should try and sneak our way towards some kind of administrative figure.
What are we even doing here?
Right, he said it. We're going there.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I say we head to the right.
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
following
care
you.
anymore. I'm walking straight into the trap.
Me too. Let's go.
Okay, well, Baron, there's like pitch black as you walk out and onto the balcony, taking your first official steps out of the hallway.
Why are we doing this?
Otherwise, what are we going to do?
Well, I could cast invisibility on Morley again, and he could sneak around the right.
I don't know.
I'm pretty knackered.
Yeah, leave more.
He's the,
Shall we
he's the
just
st-
action?
He's the stealthiest, unless I do it on myself.
How about Morley goes ahead of us a bit? But let's just all go, but with
What?
Morley in the lead. How about that?
That
Instead
seems
of
the
waiting
worst.
for
That
Morley to
seems
come
the
back
worst.
in an hour.
That seems the worst of both worlds.
Is it?
Do you want me to invisibility myself and sneak in?
Well,
Okay.
you'll have to go
Yes.
somewhere I haven't been.
But
you'll
if
have
we're going to
Yeah, so
speculate.
I'll go to the right.
He's just
Are we going
gonna
to
go
do
eat
this
food.
whole? Are we going to do this whole scouting thing all over again? Because my patience is wearing thin. I need action. I'm getting a
too.
sore bottom from this obsidian.
It's already been an hour. Like, we're either going to go in or we're not, right?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
cold.
in.
How many? Hang on a minute. How many years have you fucking waited, Casimir, to get up here?
Molly, I am desperate to bring my sister back to life.
Yeah, we're all desperate, mate, and we're all desperate to stay alive. So if you want to take her
I'm
time,
walking
do
you
it, if
here.
you will.
Okay, I'm following you, Morgan. Bill, if
It's
you
like
want to
in
go
my life,
invisible
DM.
and scout
Let's
ahead,
do
I
this.
thought we were making decisions as a group.
yes.
Oh no.
I think you go ahead, and if it looks clear, whisper back to us. But so we got a bit of a scout, but we can back you up.
Yes.
Let's just go in.
Oh my god.
You don't want to scout a bit?
Well, it's
No,
gonna be.
I do want to, but you don't want to. So just go for it.
We'll just do a vote on it. Hands up if you want to scout the right-hand side. So, okay, so it's scouting first.
Okay, Bill casts invisibility and sneaks in.
Okay, the rest of you stay on that balcony as Bill disappears out of view and makes his way through the amber doors on the eastern side of this balcony. This room, Bill, is basically completely featureless, except for a rough-edged, 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor. And there are a couple of empty torch sconces along the wall as well. Double doors of amber stand open to the north, and a single closed door lies just south of the doors you've come through. That stomping from the north is instantly louder now that you've stepped foot into this part of the temple. Your night vision means that you can look into the hallway ahead of you, but it looks to cut off into complete blackness after that 60 feet. The ground that you can see in that hallway is just completely cracked, despite being made of hard marble.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward and see if I can spy anything in the hall.
You notice now that there's sort of like a glazed amber look covering the entirety of this, the walls in this hall. You still, even at this point, cannot see the far end. There's a closed door on the middle of the eastern wall, and 3 arrow slits are cut into the wall across from that door. And as mentioned, cracks in the marble floor run the entire length that you can see. And there's just a pause to that thumping. And we'll take a break. We'll just take a little bit of a break.
We're going to get thumped.
Cool. Are you guys feeling okay?
Yes.
I feel like this is our most paranoid investigation yet.
You are literally in the most evil place you've ever stepped foot in. It is understandable.
It just doesn't make sense to me to just go charging off. And if we've got the ability to essentially reveal big chunks of what we're going to be facing, we should take that, right, and gather as much information so we can proceed with the appropriate level of caution.
Yeah, but I think we can still stay within 60, 80 feet of the person that's invisible, because invisible is not the same as being a cloud.
That is a very good point.
You can be heard, you can be damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good use of the potion, though.
That was
Yes.
exceptional use of the potion. And
Good
I can't believe I
teamwork.
slithered into a case.
Almost like a liquid.
Yeah.
That made me laugh because then it's like almost like a gas as well.
It specifically says, like, in gaseous form that
No,
you can
I like it.
pour yourself like a liquid.
Like dry
like it.
ice
Yeah.
thing, right?
Sorry, I should
And
have
it's
said
smelling like a
dry.
roast,
yeah.
like that.
I was
No?
I was very keen in my head for Morley to bring back to normal form and just wait there for his crew sitting there in front of him.
With his knife and fork.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that room's got to be like some kind of evil trap, right?
Isn't this
You've got to get
entire
past all
place?
you got to get past the flaming skulls to get to that room, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
How
How did you guys battle them last time? Did you kill it?
Yeah, but it definitely gave us a run for our money.
Yeah,
You
but you'd
guys
have been
were
what,
like-
level
But then
3?
it respawned.
You guys
No,
were
we were like level 5 or level 6, I think.
No, I think you were just level 4 at that point. I think level 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Oh, that's right. We arrived in Barovia at level 5, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
So there was 3 of them.
True. Baron, you haven't noticed anything else with your detect magic yet either.
Oh, it
It's,
must have finished by now.
Oh, true. It only lasted 10 minutes, didn't it?
Fuck, so we're either going to fight our way past whatever this giant thing is, or through 3 of those skulls, a tribe, like a room full of tribe people, and 2 Nothics.
I'm just thinking fireball, fireball,
Yeah,
and then
go on.
fireball.
I like the
And then
sound.
And
a-
also
Yeah.
Casimir, fireball.
He's got fireball.
Yep.
And fireball.
Yes.
I think that could work. But also, if we're fighting against green skulls, they have fireball.
They
3
do.
of them. And
Yeah.
one, like, foom.
Yeah, they fire.
think-
They fire more fireballs than we can fire
Yes.
per round of fireball.
Fuck. If I had counterspell, that would be handy. But I haven't learned it yet.
Has anyone
but
Oh, go on.
I was going to say, but you have to fireball.
No, it's a reaction.
Oh, true. Good point.
We could take him, but let's be smart about it and not get into endless battles if we can avoid it.
Yeah.
That's what I reckon. I was going to say, has anyone read the Chronicles of Narnia?
Yeah, a
A
long,
long
time
time
ago.
ago.
I remember there being like in one of the books, they came up on this island with like I swear there was like an enchanted dinner, and like if you ate from the table, you were cursed forever or something.
Right, I think that's
Reminds
from
me
Greek
of
myth.
this spooky table.
That's also it's in a bunch of stuff, eh? Like if you eat something from
Yeah,
that land,
like,
then you get stuck there.
Larp Kiwi says it was
Pan-
in the silver chair.
Pan's Labyrinth, yeah.
I loved the Silver Chair. I read that series so many times as a kid.
Oh.
And yeah, Pan's Labyrinth, where she like eats a grape or
that's
something,
right,
and
yeah.
it wakes
Oh, that
the eyeball monster up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man, I should
with
read Chronicles of Narnia again. Those are great books.
Odysseus, they eat food and his crew turns into pigs, right? And then
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
and they get stuck there for like a year or something.
Mm.
True, and
Years past.
Spirited Away, same
Spirited
thing.
Away.
Parents get turned into
Yes.
pigs. Oh, there's a lot of haunted food out there, guys.
Yeah, you get
But
stuck in there.
also, you have a dinner with Strahd as well. That's meant to be coming up.
I don't know if he'll still want us to come. I'm hoping that he can like look past the awkwardness of us telling him to his face that we hate his guts.
Plus, I killed him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He won't want
what
to
do we
eat dinner
reckon-
after that.
What do we reckon that Ash was? Do you reckon that was like a conjuring by Strahd to like warn us away, or do you reckon it was like the dark ones being like,
That one.
"Don't come here"?
Yeah, I reckon it was a deliberate. So I've been thinking about myths and stories and that sort of thing, and I reckon that the Dark Ones. So there's been a lot of questions lately about, what would make you turn on your party, things like that. So I think that they're going to try to appeal to us in some way, and I feel like they might be able to maybe even read our minds or something, and they were trying to like conjure up our biggest fear or something like that. I don't know, with the whole Strahd illusion. Like if someone else had come that way, it would have been something else.
Yeah, maybe.
Obviously
Only
not
the
because the
DM
story is
knows.
written. I feel that that's the kind of the vibe. Like they know stuff about us, and like it'll be like, oh my god, what if it's Madame Ava? What if we get there and it's Madame Ava and she's like, the prophecy has led you back to me. Now you must die.
Plot twist.
I will say, Waffles has just let us know that before you guys get thumped, I'd just like to remind you
Excuse
that
me?
you're all awesome, beautiful people. Coolio says, question of the day, can gaseous form have cheeseburger? Yeah, I was, it was going to be, there's so much I wish I could talk about right now, just with everything that gaseous Morley just experienced, but I have to zip it. I can't say a single thing. Kiosti says we need a gaseous form Morley collectible card, which that's a good idea.
I feel like I could draw just a pile, like a blob of gas. That
Just
would be
some
within
steam?
my artistic purview.
Yeah.
Just remember, it's not a blob of gross gas.
I'll make
I
it green,
very-
like a fart
I very
cloud.
clearly stated it's like when you look at a barbecue and the heat waves coming off it.
That's true.
And we've had a few follows as well. So thank you to Reconja and Typhonius Starheart, Nomadical V, Orcus, and Blood Elf. Thank you for the follows, and also thank you to Nomadical V and DG Online for giving us a couple of raids during that time as well. Thank you so much for that. I'll also say thank you to our patrons: George Friend, QSD, Drop Shadow, Waffles, Calzone, Squished, Sador, The Foolish Fool, Andrew Mitchell Moore, and our very own Adam, John, and Joe. Adam's very small right now, which is great.
I love it.
Is that what he looks like? He's the green fart cloud.
That's
oh my god!
It's Morley and
Next to a
Gassie's
giant
form.
microphone. And like this, they're like stink lines.
And look, I would read out all the names for the subscribers, but I need a better system for that because we've got just far too many to name. So, which is amazing. You guys, the support you give us and come and watch us every week live is just fantastic. So thank you so much for that. Someone just said something that I had to cut off. What were you saying? I missed something. No? Okay. Never mind. I thought I missed something. We've got a question here. Where was the question? I thought I saw it. Oh, from Waffles. How does the Christmas prep go?
For the Call of Cthulhu.
For the Call of Cthulhu, yeah.
Ooh. It's getting there. It's getting there. I need to do a bit more work into like making it more Christmassy and better prepared. I think I need to brush up on the rules more than anything now, just because I don't play it enough to know the rules that well. So there might be a bit of flying by the seat of my pants for that, as usual.
Yeah, we're all...
I think it's also because I get so nervous because I never do this. And like I just get flustered. I'm like, rules. What are those? So that doesn't help.
Well, you did an amazing job of keeping the previous one, so I'm very keen to jump into another session. I simply wouldn't have allowed you to do another one if you were bad. So.
I'd be like, I'll do another one. You'd be like, no, you won't.
I think I'll. John, did you want to do it? Yeah.
Oh, someone else needs a turn. Yep.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, so absolutely. So I'm definitely ready for that. So, and just in general for getting Dicey over sort of like the Christmas period, we're going to have a session next Monday and the Monday after, and then we'll take a break. So 2 more sessions after that. So that means we may see what's at the end of this hallway by the end of the year. So,
no, we won't.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Prep for the Christmas lunch is going well. It's myself having dinner with Joe and Reagan.
Yeah,
so
we were
going lovely. That won't be a third world situation at all.
I've wanted to take everyone out for some yumcha for about a year now. We were going to do it before Christmas last year as well. That didn't happen. We're trying to get it done before our Christmas special, and now I think Shannon and John can't make it. So unless
we could do it.
Unless Adam wants me feeding him across the table just in this
What?
Why
does that have to involve?
I mean, if it's going to be just you with the 2 of us, we've got to make it as awkward as possible. It's got to step it up.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Okay.
Oh, you're not down for some creepy, weird food shit. I see how it is.
Yeah, I'm a little threatened by my husband spoon feeding another man in front of me. There, I said it.
It's 2021, Joe. Get with the times. Can't we all just be free? God. I'll show up nude and just budgie smugglers to Dragon's Yamcha. Just striding through the door. Hey, guys.
Put on like a little baby's napkin. I'll tie that around a little bib.
Love that.
Here we go. Get down to it.
But maybe we could organise one the day before our final session of the year, if that works.
I would like to. Yeah, I'd like to take everyone out for some yumcha as a little thank you for the amazing work you guys put in. It'd be great if we could do that.
I do feel like, and I'm not saying this to try and be a pain in the ass, but trying to organise something in the busiest calendar month of the year for most people at quite short notice is probably a bit of a hiding to nothing.
That's
what
true.
we might be better
That's
to do
true.
is say, let's set an arbitrary date towards the end of January where no one's probably got anything on the cards.
January 1st, got it. Yeah, okay, sounds good. That'll be clear. I reckon we could do that.
No, you're right though. We should plan it for January and or we could do it like before we kick off the new stream whenever that is.
Yeah,
the new
cool.
year
Cool.
again.
All right, that sounds good. Shannon, where's Shannon? We've got just a skeleton in place of Shannon at the moment.
Oh god,
Probably
he's
Mark.
dead.
Okay. Anything else that we need to touch on? I've seen a bunch of people unlocking cards as well. If you're new to the channel and you've been unlocking cards and you're like, but where do I even find the cards? If you look underneath the stream, there's a little extension panel where you can take a look at the cards that you've unlocked. So collect them, unlock the better versions of them, and try and get the foil versions of all of the cards. It's awesome. Thank you,
I have a
Random
question for
Origins.
Random.
Go.
Can I just unlock a foil bill with the rest of my channel points? Is that a thing I can do?
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. You do. He doesn't want any of the other cards. To be honest, Random, you've got like access to the database. You could probably just like drop a bill one into his database, right? I don't know.
No.
I don't know how it works. Maybe it's not even possible.
He just really doesn't want to cap our cards, ruining
just-
his perfect set.
I've just realised these are NFTs.
They basically are. I was actually saying to Shannon that he could turn them into NFTs.
Ugh.
He's a massive fan of the
Yeah.
NFT scheme, so that'll be right up his alley.
Sounds complicated. I probably would do it, but I heard that 95% of all the sales are just done by 10% of the NFT
Oh,
traders.
really?
It's a good money laundering thing.
Coolio says he's already got them as NFTs. He's making thousands.
Like those fucking apes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, should we get back into it? Has it been 15? How's our timekeeping?
Good. We're on track to get back into slowly walking down corridors.
All right, let's get some sounds going. Let's get... Kit Kat. Our old sponsors.
Bringing it back.
Let's have a look if there's better sound for you guys. No, I think that's fine. Okay. All right, guys. We're back. Bill, Invisible is...
Oh, that's good.
Okay. You're standing at the open doorway to this corridor north, and as mentioned, the entire marble floor is just cracked and broken as far as you can see, and you still can't even see the end of that hallway. There is a door a good 40-50 feet in front of you on the right, and just like all the other arrow slits you've seen, there are some opposing that door on your left hand side of this hallway.
Is the stomping still moving or no?
It's paused for a moment.
Is there any debris on the ground?
Give me an investigation roll.
I rolled a 7.
Not that you can see. There's like little pebbles on the ground that you're not sure if they've just cracked up out of the cracks on the ground or if something's fallen from the ceiling. It's just little chips of marble.
Okay, I'm gonna move around here. I'm gonna scoop up a few rocks. Do they become invisible when they touch me, by the way, or no?
No. Anything that you are holding when you become invisible, but anything that you pick up is now just floating. So you're not really to get any of these like little chipped bits of marble, you'd have to just sort of go into the room and because there's no chips in the room that you're in.
Oh, okay.
It's all in the broken hallway. It seems like the cracks stop at that doorway. They don't go into the room that you're currently in.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to cautiously creep forward. I had a stealth roll of 17, but I don't know if I get a bonus for being invisible.
Surely you should.
Yeah, so as far as you're being able to see, so to be seen, sorry, it's just not possible. But oh wait, is that greater invisibility or?
It is greater invisibility.
Sorry, yeah. So the stealth is really just for the sound of your movement.
Okay.
So a roll of 17, yeah. So you're pretty quiet.
I don't see or hear anything.
Not at the moment. Are you just going to pause for a certain amount of time?
I'll pause for a few seconds each time I cautiously take a step.
Okay, yeah. There's you pause for a moment and just sort of listen out, and that the sound of stone on stone appears again from further down that hallway, somewhere in that darkness, somewhere in that evil surrounding you.
Heading away or toward?
You can't tell.
Okay. I'm going to take another step forward.
And again, another sound of stone on stone, and you can feel it under your feet at this point.
Surely this time I can tell that if it's moving away or towards us, right?
You can't tell at this point. It's just because of the amount of echo that's bouncing around this temple. You can just tell it's somewhere in front of you. Each
same level.
Same level. It definitely sounds like it's ahead of you.
Take another step.
And another. Each step you take seems to be met with a corresponding booming sound.
I'm going to take a step backwards.
And then just another one. At the far end of your vision now, you can see where the hallway ends, and you can see these open amber doors, but they're so right on the border of your vision that you don't even see the full extent of the amber doors. They just open backwards out into the darkness behind.
Okay, take a step forward.
And there is just another booming sound as in that darkness between the doors, those amber doors that are open, just enormous dark silhouette fills a bit of the darkness in front that exists behind it. It's like dark on dark.
Okay. Take another step forward.
And it's now that you see, just taking another step into this hallway and cracking the floor underneath its feet, is this enormous statue, this walking golem of a statue. It's so far at the edge of your vision that you can't quite make out what it is made of, but it looks like it has the head of some kind of bird atop a human-bodied statue. Let's see if I can give you a size of this. It looks to be maybe 10 feet tall. So 1.5 your size, basically.
Okay, I'm going to take half a step back.
And it continues making its way into this hallway. Just one clumsy, it almost seems like a clumsy step at a time.
I'll just keep on doing that until I can make out some more detail on it.
Okay.
Just slowly backing away.
Yeah, it slowly just makes its way down this hallway towards you. Baron, did you?
I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. Can I try to put on my ring of invisi?
Yeah. You can. You totally can. See if I've got the information for that. We haven't had to bring that up for a wee while. Yeah, so you find that small little peridot ring on your finger. You take it off, and you go to put it on. And can I get a What is it? It is a D8, please.
Certainly. A 4.
And the ring just vanishes whoop, and just like disappears on your finger.
It's a heck of a ring. A heck of a ring. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm a bit confused with the motions Bill was taking and the corresponding steps from this big giant. I thought there was some sort of pattern going on there, but it doesn't look like there is. Like they're moving independently of each other, right? Like,
They are.
or is
They
it
are.
that
It was more of just at the pace Bill was moving. It was the same pace that this thing was approaching as well.
I was imagining that scene in Big on the piano.
Really big piano.
Okay,
I'm just gonna back it up to these doors, and I'm just gonna watch it.
Yeah, it just stomps its way down. Over the next minute, it just makes its way right up to the edge of this hallway. And you can feel the tremoring underneath your feet in the door, the amber doors. You can see them shake. At this distance, you can see that this statue, this creature, looks to be made of amber as well. It's just beautiful amber color to the statue. And it turns, and it just slowly starts patrolling back to the other side of the hallway. As it goes.
I'm gonna follow it.
Goodbye, Bill.
We're going to continue using your stealth roll of 17. So it continues past that doorway on the east. It continues cracking and breaking the marble flooring beneath its feet.
I'm just going to send a message to American and just say, I'm following it. I'm going to see how far away it goes so we can maybe run past it.
Cool. American, you can respond, I believe.
It?
It's a giant amber golem.
It looks like we've got patrols on both sides.
And it just stomps its way back through into past the amber doors at the other end of this hallway, into the room, and just sort of stops. And you figure that this was where you heard it pause last time.
Is it facing the door?
Yeah, it is. It is turned and is now facing the western part of that room. So it's taking in the doors that you came through and the entire western wall. And you can see through those amber doors. And on that western wall of the room that it's in is another set of open amber doors.
I can hear it crunching on the floors.
It's not marble floors. It's just like kind of like chip paper, chip bags.
Foil.
Just foil wrappers.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna head back.
Okay, great. Perfect.
I'm just gonna relay what I saw. There's a giant amber golem. I can't see any way to sneak past it.
Well, so you describe the hallway, right? But I guess if we were all invisible or something like that and lined up on the sides, it would walk past us. But we can't really do that, can we? It's going to spot us. In the meantime, should we try and to get into that room with the wizard?
Yes.
You mean the robed skeleton that had
The blue, yeah, the blue robed one with the wand. Just while that big creature's to the north.
What? Yeah, and why don't we
Yes.
use his special wand to? Oh no, we already know that there's a door.
Yes.
there.
Or a trap. A door
Yeah.
or a trap.
Yeah.
All right, let's go investigate it. I'm going to start going
Okay.
like this on the wall, like
Well, no, there's a door
hitting
right
it with
there,
my
isn't there?
hands.
Yeah, Bill
what?
did see a door just south
There's
of
a
the
door.
office.
Oh,
There's a
it's the
door
one
down here.
next to it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done waiting around. I go.
All right, American. Yeah, you move through. You also see that sort of hole in the ground. When I say hole, it's like it just drops down. Like it's an enormous circular like
the
hole
moon door.
in the floor.
I was still thinking it was a divot or something. It's a hole to the
It's like a 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor.
a fat divot.
And as you move
Okay.
closer
It's
to
a
it,
fat divot.
it looks to be just like it descends maybe like 20 feet down, and then breaks through into whatever is beneath.
I think maybe the golem does shits in there. Craps
Yeah,
out
can
all
we
the
do it?
adventurers.
Can we do a perception check or something to see
If there's a
any
little,
clues about it?
yeah, give me an investigation roll since you'd be investigating it.
Okay, that's my +0.
Mhm.
What's this hole got to offer? I rolled a 10 + 0.
10's enough. 10's enough for you to see that it looks like it goes down 20 feet and then opens up into whatever room or abyss or whatever's below it. You can't see to the bottom fully.
Oh my.
Wait a second. How far does it drop? Actually, it descends 20 feet. Actually, no. You do see the ground 10 feet below where this thing drops down. So it goes down 20 feet, and then there's a gap into the room, and then another 10 feet down you see ground. There's little handheld, there's enough handholds down that kind of 20-foot shaft that you could probably get down quite easily. But there is like a bit of faint light moving around in that room below.
Okay.
You could
What
see
color is the
Zen down
light?
on the web.
I just need to see because I think
There's so much going on here.
I'm just going to have a quick look. I think it's completely black down there. The only light that you're seeing is created by these things that are moving around down there, and it is a greenish hue that you're seeing.
Oh, it's probably more skull.
Or
True.
But what could they be guarding? No, don't get greedy. Unless... No, let's table that one and go check out the other door. Everything in this place is too scary.
Yeah, what I might get from you, American, since you're making your way through that room, I'm going to get a stealth roll from you as well, just to sort of gauge... well, if you're wanting to be stealthy, that is, I guess.
I do want to be stealthy, very much so.
Okay, all
I
right.
have rolled a 7 + 3.
You're not super quiet, and you're not really sticking to the... you can't really see shadows to stick to since it's quite dark in here. So you're just kind of you're not being overly loud, but you're not being super quiet either. You make your way over to that smaller amber door. Do you just push it open? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna do it. The suspense is killing me.
this door is going to be killing you too.
Yeah. I'm just like, honestly, just F me up. The tension is too much.
Yeah, you go into this 20 by 20 foot room. There's just shattered bits of wood covering the floor of this cold little box.
Well, this is where we saw that there might be a hidden entrance to the bone room. Why? So we're going to up to the...
Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
try and follow American?
Yes, someone help me. I'm investigating and I'm bad at it.
Your skeletons can absolutely help you make your way. They've got dark vision, so you could hold
Yes.
onto the
Put
bones.
my
of-
hands on Mark's
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Oh, they're like seeing eye skeletons for him.
But I will also need a stealth roll from both of you.
Okay.
I'm kind of
18
hoping
plus
something
2.
attacks me now. I'm just like, the tension is too much. I've just rolled 16 + 3 for 19.
Oh, sorry. I mean, when I sent both of you, I meant the skeleton Mark and the Baron. You've already given us your stealth roll, American.
Oh.
So I need to get one from Mark
I
as
rolled
well.
the 20. I don't know what the dex is right now.
Oh, we'll take that. We'll say it's a 20 for both. That's fine. You Mark, quietly tiptoes through that hallway with you holding onto his rib cage from behind, and leads you into this room. And you see as well, there's nothing really in this room other than the wood that has been sort of scattered and splintered throughout this room.
Okay.
Right, can we do the investigation together, Brian?
Yes, it was the wand pointed over to this wall.
Yeah, you make your way over to that wall and feel around, and soon enough you find a small panel that you can push, and it opens up into the room.
We did it!
Next.
I'm just using my cigarette lighter for a little bit of light, that's all.
Oh, that's a good idea. I can give you... cigarette lighter is probably going to give you a little bit of visibility.
Just because we're not in the... I wouldn't use it in the vision of that big stomping creature. Okay. So push the button. And it opened up, did it?
Yeah, it just opened up and you find yourself looking into the room with that blue-robed skeleton.
Okay.
We achieved something.
Yeah. Well, we did a lot of scouting. I'll tell Mark to go tell Bill and Morley to point to mime that the door is opened.
Yeah, he does exactly that.
Brian, you could create another ally for us.
Yes. Or should we speak to this creature first?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot
Okay.
that's what you were heading over there for.
Now.
I was
Okay,
like,
so
in
I
my
will
head, I
cast-
was like, congrats, you got into the empty room.
Let's cast Speak with Dead. It's a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
And hopefully everyone shows up and has some good questions for...
It only
no?
knows what it knew in life, so it doesn't know that its wand's been stolen.
Yes.
Just
Hide
hide
the
it
wand.
behind your back.
Hide the wand. Or he'll be like, oh my god, I've got one just like that.
Yes. But older. Okay. Yes. So it takes only one action to cast it, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And so it should rustle into some semblance of life.
Yeah. There's a slight glowing to the skeleton's eyes that starts as a small flicker and lights up into a small blue flame. And it looks up from its sort of prone position on the ground and looks up at all of you.
Hello, friend. It's a nice blue robe you've got there.
So with this, does it just speak freely? Does it? Or is there a
No,
certain amount
it will answer like straightforwardly or cryptically 5 questions, I think.
Right.
So what should we ask it? What?
Why did you come here?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Blue Rogue friend, why did you come to this place?
I came here to guard the temple from evil.
From evil. Yeah.
Shit ass job you did.
Got bad news for you.
So I guess the Amber Temple at one point wasn't like this. What should we ask it? What kind of evil did it know? The evil creatures that did move in here. Should we ask it about that? Yes. What kind of creatures? What kind of evil, dark forces moved in to this area?
They were already here.
So you're guarding them.
We had no idea.
Oh, they were.
He said we. Maybe he's part of some kind of organization.
Right. The Wand group. Wand guys. Well, Okay. Any other questions then? Because they
What?
obviously.
It's group what?
I-
What's his group? What's his group? Bill?
Mhm.
I was just going to say I have a question for Darren.
Mhm.
Specifically
Only
for
answered
Darren.
5 of
I
them.
He may
I
be
don't wanna-
cryptic.
don't want this using up one of our questions. Can you tell how long ago this fella passed?
That's a good question. I guess. Would it be investigation on bones or?
Give me an investigation roll.
I got a 18 plus 9.
Ooh.
Oh, that's an incredibly good roll. The
I could give you the date.
yeah, you could give him the exact time. Hundreds of years, maybe even close to 1,000.
Oh.
And how long
Ancient.
ago? How long ago was the legendary wizard who fought Strahd? That was only 100 years ago?
That
So wasn't it?
That wasn't. When was that? Yeah, I think that was like 100 years. I'd have to look over the notes.
Maybe even less, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay,
Strahd-
certainly,
would have been
certainly
less.
not 1,000.
It
Okay.
definitely would have been
They-
fewer the years than 100.
So these.
There goes that. Yep. Sorry, there goes my theory.
It's good to know. So he is from ancient Barovia before it was taken over by Strahd, and these evil forces were already in this temple. Maybe down that hole.
Maybe.
Popped out.
We could ask him where they came from.
And ask him what his organization is.
Okay,
Ooh,
that'd
and
be
ask
2
him how
more
he
questions.
died.
But we want to also. I want to know, how do we commune with these creatures? Can I ask that?
I would. I've also got this assumption that the Amber Golem is original. Like, this is the Amber Temple, so maybe he might know how to get past it.
Okay, that's not a bad thing. Can I ask this communing question? Because this is why, if we can talk to these creatures and solve Casimir's problem, or maybe talk about Strahd or something, maybe, then that's our goal here, isn't it?
So we're 2 out of 5 at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask about, if I wanted to commune with these dark forces and reason with them, how would I go about doing that?
So this is an interesting one because he only knows what he knew in
Yeah.
his life, right?
But here's the genius of about the dark ones.
I'm just having a look over the stuff. We were removed before any communication was made.
Removed. Like evicted.
Like, but who's we? That's what I want to know.
Yes. So, okay, we've got 2 questions left. Do we want to ask about who they are, the group, and we want to ask about this golem? How about that? Because that 3rd question was a dud. Okay.
Okay.
What was the other question?
Well, the 3rd one, that was about how do we commune with the dark ones, but he didn't know. He got
Didn't
removed.
Morley have a question as well?
Oh. What's that roast about?
Ask him why we're even here.
I wasn't super committed to this question, but I wanted to know how he died, and that was more just curiosity. I didn't have a strategy behind that.
My guess is that he used his wand to find the way into the room, but then ran out of charges, couldn't find his way out.
What, he died in a day?
Don't think
It
so.
resets every day, so he's not going to be like, oh fuck.
Was very hungry
I might
when
as
he
well kill
went in.
myself.
Okay, which questions do we want to ask? I have a feeling he probably won't be able to help us get past the golem, but it might be worth a try.
Yeah, let's do the golem one first because that might help us. There is Mr. Blue Robe Man. There's a large golem, an amber golem, walking up and down the right-hand corridor, obviously guarding. Do you know how we can get past that safely?
He's gonna be good. Oh, I've kept that cunt out for centuries.
It's killed me.
I need to.
I ran in here.
I need to just have a quick look of some information because I don't want to set you guys wrong here. I need to just have a quick look at what that creature was originally guarding. So sorry. This is what this is what he's saying to you at the time. Let me just take a quick look here. Yeah,
we could just wait a few more centuries and he'll stomp his way through the marble floor.
He'll fall.
I know where. Oh. Right. Okay. So you wanted to know like how to. The purpose of them, or
any way to deactivate them or get past them safely.
Oh, right, okay. The golems were to guard the treasury. They shouldn't be up here.
Oh, but they are.
Well, they are. So.
Yeah.
So the treasury is below us.
Oh, yes.
In that case,
Or above.
Good thinking.
Maybe he's walked, like your theory, he's walked back and forth for 1,000 years and fallen down to the lower level.
we said they shouldn't be up here.
Up here. Yeah, you're right. So maybe he's climbed up that toilet hole.
Ambitious.
Could we trick the golem? Maybe Bill could get inside the golem's mind and say, "There's been a robbery in the treasury," and then the golem will fuck off back to the treasury.
We can give it a go.
I think
Seems like a very likely
Knowing-
chance of success.
knowing what I know about how psychic magic works, it usually doesn't work on a construct such as this golem.
Yeah, screw us over.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so the last question is, what's his group, or where's the treasury?
Or what killed him was what more
Oh,
we
what
had.
killed him.
So we've got 3.
Yeah, probably, I don't know, ate some bad food.
But
Okay.
maybe the treasury is part of what his group was here to do.
Well, they were trying to keep the evil out, but then it turns out the evil was already here.
And they were here to guard the temple.
Maybe they unplugged it or something. Like they let it out. Should I ask where the treasury is? Or
I think we
Any
could
other takers?
feasibly search for the treasury. So I
Yes.
think wouldn't mind asking about the group.
okay,
Like learn something we couldn't learn in another way.
okay, Mr. Blue Friendly, my friend. You're
Yes.
tell me about your group that you were a part of that was predicting this place.
He lets out a sigh. He says, My good friends, my brave conclave of brothers, we're good-hearted. We were hoping to keep evil away from Barovia, keeping the remains of dead malevolent entities here, guarded by a god of secrets. But we failed. We couldn't keep them from the true evil. And the lights just flicker out in his eyes.
That was a very intriguing final line.
Yes. God of secrets.
That's a good question.
I loot his body.
You get a sweet blue robe. Add it to your inventory.
There's no books or anything.
No, there was just him and his wand. That was really all that was
Pat him
there.
down, yeah. I lie him down in a peaceful rest position. Actually, no.
Raise him.
Actually, no, he's
Mark,
coming
can
with.
you carry him?
Mark can, he can chuck him over his shoulder.
Thank you.
Oh, how good would that be? What we can do is kill everything here and put this guy back in charge.
Yes.
We do that. We kill everything here.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, shall we jump down this hole or go through the golem?
I reckon we can trick the golem. I reckon the golem will be dumb as fuck.
I think we may have trouble getting past it, given that not all of us have the gift of invisibility.
So my invisibility's gone by now, because it's only a minute.
Oh, a minute.
Wait, what was a minute?
Great-ish invisibility.
My invisibility.
Oh, yeah, I gave you way more time than a minute, but that's okay. You're definitely.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was only. I thought it was.
You're
I thought it was
definitely
more
not
than
invisible
greater.
anymore. It would have taken like 2 minutes for this golem to stomp its way up the corridor, let alone there and back. Sorry.
Okay. My bad.
Perhaps we could try to sneak past it.
Why don't
I-
I cast Phantasmal Force and make it see some sort of humanoid carrying a box full of coins running away, and so the golem will see it and follow it.
What kind of spell is that? Would a golem be susceptible to such things?
I don't know. Every time I try and use a spell, it's either some bloody bullshit or one in five works. So probably
Oh, I thought it had worked pretty
Sets a
well.
windmill on fire.
that's what.
Sets a windmill on fire.
Or that, yeah.
Okay. We'll give it a go.
I can give it a
Go
go.
on.
All right.
I don't want to go into the haunted hole.
No?
Well,
I think if the
Little
golem looks
bit.
like it's going to kill us, let's jump down the hole.
Ooh, but I saw green lights down. There's probably more of those haunted skulls about to fireball us.
Fuck.
Also,
we want-
do we know if those skulls are undead or?
Let's have a quick look. If I can give you some information.
I've just looked at my own spells, and I may have an incredible idea for getting past this monster.
The Baron,
kill the golem?
Marble?
the Baron would absolutely know that the flame skulls are undead.
I see.
Yeah.
I have prepared a spell that I have only recently come into power with. It is called Anti-Life Shell. A shimmering barrier will extend out from me in a 10-foot radius. It moves with me, remaining centered on me, and hedges out creatures. Oh, never mind. Never flipping mind.
Okay.
What?
Not as good as you thought.
It makes us
I
all
thought
dead.
it would. I prepared it because I thought it was good against undead.
It
It loves them.
it loves the undead.
Oh,
It
do
says
tell.
it hedges out creatures other than undead and constructs. So I was like, perfect, I'll have a barrier against undead. No, it works on everything except the things that I want it to work on.
Amazing.
Is that the correct way of-
Same deal. It doesn't work on constructs or undead.
Finally. Oh, really? But this is like a good inclusive spell. Finally, like something that's not targeting my friends.
I thought I had picked a perfect spell for going up against the revenants with, but no, it's the opposite.
It lets them
They
in.
love it. It doesn't even phase them. Never mind.
Moonbeam was good that time.
When reading a spell, read the whole spell.
No, I read it. I just didn't say. I thought it's.
I just didn't comprehend it.
I saw the word undead and I was like, sorted. Love that for me.
I don't understand why the spell even exists. I guess.
It can repel all living creatures, and I saw it and went repels all undead. No, it's the opposite.
And constructs.
Okay.
That goes on the bingo card. Misreading and completely misinterpreting a spell.
I can also do a minor illusion, so I can make a noise behind it, behind the creature, the golem. Maybe like a loud yoo-hoo or something like that.
By the way,
Get
while
it to
you've
turn
been
around.
doing this investigating with this wizard, that booming steps of the golem have been traipsing back and forth up that hallway.
Traipsing. He's having a good old time.
Does he fall down?
He doesn't.
I think he fell down. I think I heard him falling through the floor.
So the hole in the ground was like 20 foot of just thick marble before it went to the floor beneath it. So it's going to take a lot for him to break through that floor. Assuming it's the same there.
Listen, it's a little bit low tech, but I could summon a fog cloud to shroud us, and we try to sneak past. It's risky.
Yeah. Okay.
Did Morley, did you see what was up there when you were misting? You went round some of those rooms on the far end, you said, right?
I did, right. And I can only assume, and this is an assumption, that there'll be matching rooms on this side. But obviously I don't know what's in those. There were a series of small rooms, and I only got to go in two of them. One was the model of Ravenloft in the secret book in the chest. And then the other one at the very end, was a large dining room. And, geez, they'll be well into that meal now. I dare say they'll be on dessert.
Oh, no.
Here's a question. I can't see down there very well, but where the golem or the giant creature, the statue, is walking up and down, are there any doors in that hallway?
If it matches what I saw on the other side, yes. On the right of this corridor, there will be doors that lead to rooms.
Well, how about this?
Bill saw one door.
It's one door? Okay, so how about this?
Sorry,
We
this,
wait for-
this one up here
No, in the hallway.
In the hallway.
in the hallway. Oh, that's a door. Okay.
How about we wait for the golem to walk to the north? As it's up there, we sneak in to that door, wait in there, wait for him to walk down to the south. Once he's gone past us, we sneak out of the room and up to the north, avoiding him.
The only
Even more
problem with
low
that is
tech.
there's two issues I can foresee.
Okay.
One, the door might be locked,
Mhm.
and two, the door might be full of a dozen green flaming skulls.
Yes, yes.
If
very
that's the
good
case,
point.
then we will run back screaming. How about that?
Honestly, I'm about ready to just. What if we just beat the shit out of it? I'm
Okay.
sick of this. Equivocating all
let's try-
day long.
Yeah, let's try the door thing and then beating the shit out of it. Because I am kind of with you. I've got fireballs ready to go.
Are we cowards? No. Are we
Kind of.
strong? Yes.
Yes, well, both.
We are
Okay.
strong cowards, and we resolve to never use our magical powers.
Like karate, you learn it so that you may never use it.
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, if I ever got in a fight, I'd be so good, but I refuse to. It's not how the game is played. Let's go.
You each.
Can we do that?
You see the amber golem making its way down the corridor towards you, and from what you know, what Bill let you know, is that it kind of just sort of gets to that doorway and stops. But it also didn't see Bill at that time. And Casimir hides behind the door with Mirakin, Bill taking a spot behind the other door. And as expected, the amber golem stomps towards that end of the hallway, turns and starts stomping back down towards the northern end of the hallway.
Stompy motherfucker.
Does he disappear around the corner up there? He does.
A little bit.
He does briefly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Shall I create it? Shall we? I'm assuming we shall need to roll for stealth. Should I create a fog cloud?
Does that stop our sound? Because that's what
No.
he won't be looking at us.
But if he does look at us, maybe he'll just see fog.
If he looks at us, and sees us, run away.
Okay. We're going to go with the running strategy. Got it.
Shoot him through the door, like.
I'm going to need to get a stealth roll from everyone, please.
Fucking hell.
I've rolled a natural 20 plus 3.
Ooh.
I've rolled a 19 plus 2.
These are all very good rolls.
I rolled 14.
Did I?
Cool.
Did I roll?
I haven't seen one from you yet.
Oh.
Casimir rolled a total of 21.
Ooh.
I also rolled a total of 21.
Great. You guys are super quiet. You guys are keeping pace with the Amber Golem. How far behind it are you trying to stay?
I think once it gets up to the north door, then we just move in.
Okay, great. It does. It stomps all the way to the northern doors, pushes through and into this small room and around the corner before pausing. You hear a pause to the stomping. Each of you make your way through this hallway and to the door on the eastern wall of this hall.
Okay.
That's it. I think that's it. Can we go in? Please,
Yeah.
I'm going in.
The door easily pushes open and you all spill into the room. Glazed amber covers... nope, that's the wrong
glazed.
one. This chamber is brightly lit by red copper lanterns that hang from the ceiling. The walls are sheathed in amber that has been shaped into bas-reliefs of wizards with spell books. Stairs to the north and south descend 20 feet to an obsidian lectern, behind which a slab of black slate hangs from chains. Between the stairs are descending rows of red marble benches.
Oh, it's like a place of learning.
And you just hear from somewhere behind the lantern this, go away! Please go away! And then that's where we're going to stop it.
We should have done that 40 minutes ago.
Well, we found that skeleton guy. We talked to him. And we
Someone, what?
scoped
Someone,
out-
where did the person say, "Go away, please go away"?
It was
Where was
like
that noise?
behind the lectern on the eastern side of the room. So you can't see anyone, but there's like a sort of a cowardly voice pleading.
That's the kind of people that I like to run into.
We're going to fireball him next.
That's the sort of person we can win a fight against.
I start beating the shit out of him. I'm finally pleased to find someone who will not dominate me in a fight.
Yeah. We're going to take out our frustrations. This is horrible.
Yeah. I just want to feel like the big man for a minute, okay?
That was good,
It's
though.
Strahd.
That was good dungeoneering.
That was good.
Yep.
I liked the gaseous form use was so good for so many reasons I cannot explain yet.
Oh.
That's so good. Like, it's good to actually, when you get a potion and such, it's so tempting to just be like, I never use it because it's just not going to be the perfect time and I never want to use it up, and then you just never have any fun with it,
Actually, I can probably say
an
why it was
RPG.
good. For the same reasons Shannon said that invisibility wasn't. Like, invisibility, you can still make sound and you can still have a presence. But with
So what
gaseous
you're
form,
saying
just a gaseous form.
is... What you're saying is if you make sound in front of the evil statue, it shoots laser beams out of its eyes and obliterates you in a fraction of a second.
Something
Got
like
it.
that. Something like that. yeah.
Right. Or something as true sight. Something like that.
Yeah. Or even if
Don't
you
know
just
what that
roll a
is.
bad stealth roll, because
Yeah.
you don't need
Yeah.
to do that if you're a gaseous cloud.
Because some things can see invisible creatures.
True. Wow.
Or there's a spell called True Sight. Oh, it's I'm going to sound like such a dick, but it's a bas relief. Just
Oh, it's a bar relief. Okay.
it's a silent S.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it is.
I don't know
What
it
is that?
stands for.
Bas relief. It doesn't stand for anything.
Or
it's
what
just
the word, like, I guess it's a French word? Or is it
Probably.
a Latin, maybe?
It's it's like
what was it, Barley?
it's like a carving on a wall. So like people, and they sort of look like they're coming out, but they're not full figures. They're half figures. They're backed onto like on the Parthenon. There's all those big, beautiful centaurs. Those are
Don't.
Pro Centaur propaganda. We see right through it, okay?
There you go. Did you hear that?
Bas relief. Dilettante.
They said
Ooh.
bas relief or bar relief.
Okay, well, I wouldn't trust that. Who are you listening to there?
This is emmasaying.com.
Oh, okay. Well, Emma says.
Who's Emma?
How about this is Cambridge, Cambridge Dictionary. Bas relief is UK. US. Bas relief. No one's saying bar relief. Sorry, bud.
Well, they're wrong.
This is the Cambridge Dictionary.
I'm sorry. No, but it's speaking. They must get all the words wrong. All of the words are wrong.
Yeah, the Cambridge
it's
Dictionary. They are known for getting all the words wrong.
Is it an English word though?
This is the
That's the only way they would be relevant.
Oxford Dictionary. This is
Honestly,
Bas
I do
relief?
trust Shannon's opinion more than a dictionary at this point. I know how you get about your
one
subjects.
and Bas relief. This is two
Yeah,
dictionaries.
Rather than using
Thinking it's a
AI, why
bass
don't you
fish.
look up a YouTube video of
I
some
had,
fucking
and that was-
historian?
Oh, right. But this is literally
But
two
is
dictionaries.
it a French word?
I don't know. Does sound.
How about the Merriam-Webster? Oh, this one might be on your side here. Bar relief. The Merriam-Webster.
Merriam-Webster. That's the only one you can trust, sounds like.
Here's the problem with dictionaries is that often as language evolves, even if it's mispronounced, as long as that's the dominant pronunciation, that becomes the correct pronunciation and or meaning.
That's true.
So like the fact that literally is now defined in the dictionary as just like meaning and emphasis is because everyone just said literally when they didn't mean literally for so long, and now they're like, well, it officially doesn't mean literally anymore. It means whatever we've been saying it.
That was
it
a different
changes
one.
over time, doesn't it?
What was this
So
one?
like, when
maybe
I
it
was-
started as bar relief, and now everyone said bass relief for so long that it's
Yes.
officially also bass relief.
What's this
People
one?
getting it wrong enough.
Mm.
They're saying this is how to pronounce this going BS relief.
Well, there you go. I got it wrong all these years. Because when I was learning like classics in school, I thought it was spelled BAR because I only heard bar relief all the time. But when you read it, it's BAS. Like
Maybe
a sheep.
your tutor was wrong.
Yeah, true. Mr. Murphy,
Fucking Mr. Murphy.
genius.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. I
Wow,
haven't
this
taken.
concludes the
I have-
classics.
Yeah, I haven't taken any.
Well,
sort of
I'll tell you
classics.
what. If it is
courses.
being said so wrong so often that it's changed,
Mm.
let's change that back by having every person watching Getting Dicey forever and ever now saying bar relief.
All
Yeah, in every
22 of you
sentence.
today. That would be great if you could take that on.
Evolving culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep calling it bass relief. So thank you anyway.
Like a couple of YouTube videos. I muted this screen for a while. I watched a couple of them. Everyone was pronouncing it with an S.
Yeah.
But they were all American. No offense to our American, which is almost all of them.
I've just been on the Wikipedia. It says this phrase probably comes from the Italian basso rilievo, which literally means low contrast.
Right.
So it's
So,
got the S.
but then it says it's got that annoying thing where it says it is pronounced, and then it's just got a jumble of indescribable letters that I don't know.
But does it
'cause
have
it's
an
in that
S?
phonetic language?
And it says cavo relievo is the opposite, counter relief.
But it's saying how it's pronounced, but it's written in that like basically impossible to pass
Yes.
jumble of
French
symbols that they put.
pronunciation.
So I don't know. I don't know how it's pronounced. Thanks.
So it is
believe
French, the word, because it says French pronunciation, and then it's got a link, bar relief. It's just
Yeah.
like the R is upside down, but it's BA relief.
Well, yeah, if it's French,
Yeah.
the S is usually silent if it's the
So-
last letter.
If Reagan says it bas relief, he's just saying it the Italian way.
It's the Italian heritage.
He'd be say basso relievo.
Basso relief.
Basso relievo. If you say that, then yeah, I'll
I
let
think
it
you
pass.
should.
Ma basso relievo. So, you sound like Chris Pratt, his beautiful Mario Italian.
I think that's the next level above the foil cards is the Basso Relievo cards.
Or
Ooh, that would be
Relief.
classy.
That would be pretty good.
intaglio.
Squished in the chat says it's pronounced GIF, which I like.
Yeah.
Did he have to use a different letter to pronounce it that way, though?
No, he just wrote it normally, and I just assumed that's what he was trying to say.
I was watching a video just minutes before we started playing, and there's a term called an egg corn.
Loving it.
Actually,
What is that?
sorry,
Do you know
carry
that
on.
one? It's a word or phrase that sounds like and is mistakenly used in a seemingly logical or plausible way for another word or phrase. So it's when you get the saying wrong because you
It's
hear it.
convenient that you were watching that. Amazing.
What's
Like,
it called?
we're
An
waiting for
egg
someone to
corn?
slip up.
Egg corn. It's one word.
Egg corn.
So
Why?
their examples are for all intents and purposes. That's the correct way, but people hear for all intensive purposes.
Is that one of the things where
It's
where
an egg corn.
it's called egg corn, but it's kind of like sounds like acorn, and so they're trying to make a point
Yes.
with the word as well.
Yes.
And this is a tricorn.
Okay, well, so there was one of the words that they described in that room you guys just went into. So, which was X9. Let's have a look here. It said that there were copper lanthorns that hang from the, and I just said lanterns because I didn't know what I'm like, is a lanthorn a thing?
What is a
What?
lanthorn?
I've never heard of a
This is written by
lanthorn.
full-on nerds, so you know it's going to be correct.
A
It's the
lanthorn.
archaic spelling of lantern.
It's an archaic spelling, so I was right by
Oh my
calling it a lantern.
gosh. This is like our post-game research.
yeah.
It's time
Like-
to do research afterwards, after the fact.
Basso relievo.
It's
Yeah.
like when the spelling of old spelling of jail is Gale,
Mm.
Gaol.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in books I read growing up, and I thought I thought it was said Gale, and I was like, "What's Gale?"
Yeah, what is it?
Sounds
said
bad.
Jail? Is it said
It's
jail?
still-
I think
Yes,
it's
it
just
is.
said jail.
I thought it was.
I got stuck in one at the
I think it sounds a little different,
the
Tijuana.
like J-Ol or something. I think it's
Tijuana.
J-Ol.
Tijuana
jail.
jail. You know how they have those like a historic village?
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, we went visit. Actually, I used to work in
a
a
historic village, Jeff.
yeah. Well, they put you in there, like you can't even lie down. It's like an
Oh.
outhouse size.
Oh wow.
Mm. I used to work not in a jail, but in a historic village.
I'm glad you got out, Shannon. I'm glad you got out.
Have you ever been to
recently.
Shantytown?
Where's that?
Greytown. Greymouth. South of
Okay.
Greymouth.
No, I haven't.
So good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's so good.
There's also a historic village in Greytown.
Field trip.
For the-
Chat saying, do we give inspiration to Morley?
Yes.
Yeah.
the-
Yes, for sure.
No, I've already got it.
Oh.
Give him another potion.
No. Go potion of gaseous farts.
Okay.
We'll give him this
Just
time.
get. Oh,
So it actually does smell.
yeah.
I like that
Imagine
you
if
came
that was
back.
the trade-off.
I do like that you came back smelling like the roast, though. That was good.
Yeah, I can absorb smells, but I certainly didn't make any of my own.
So, what did you guys think of the session? We've talked about a lot of other things like bas reliefs.
Ah,
Basso relievo.
What did you guys think of the session?
Honestly, I found it a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's that? Why is that? Elaborate.
I think we were all quite indecisive, and it felt like we weren't acting as a coherent, progressive group. This isn't anyone's fault, by the way. I'm just saying kind of what I observed and how I felt during it, and felt like we made kind of little spurts of progress, but we discussed everything to the nth degree. And I was definitely a part of that, but it was like obvious. I think we were starting to get a bit frayed on like what we wanted to do.
That's what the Dark Ones want, Adam.
They
fucking got it then.
Yeah, it usually gets to that sort of point, and I say fuck it, and I just end up walking into a room.
And I think that's a danger, right? Of like just getting frustrated and going, oh fuck it, we'll just fucking walk through a door. Like we got lucky this time, I think. But then again, if you don't do that, what's the alternative? Just float around like a gaseous fart.
Well, I mean, half of it was spent with you scouting, and then some.
But that was good.
Like
great. That was amazing.
That's super helpful. But then it comes to a point where you got to take some action because you got to. You just find out, oh, that's dangerous over there, and then that's dangerous over there.
Everything's
now
dangerous.
We don't want to go anywhere.
And I don't want to be the party that just never wants to get into a fight with anyone because I'm like, kind of actually want to get in a fight with someone at some point.
Yeah, frozen fireballs.
For fun.
I was surprised you guys.
Golem.
I was really surprised you guys left the crack folk and just left them off to the side.
Why is that?
I don't know. There was so much talk about it. There was so much talk about it last week. There was a lot of talk about it at the start of this week. You finally understood everything that was in that room, and you're like, let's go towards the big scary sound. It was just, it was interesting. Yeah. I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I was ready for you guys to go off to the west.
I was advocating for standing outside the crack.
We know.
Yelling, and if they are aggressive, just shoot fireballs in there until they're dead. But
I just don't what's the point of that though?
Sure. I mean, well, it clears out that.
I guess.
Just fight the green heads that we found out about.
You guys found out about a lot of stuff early, which is good. A lot of good reconnaissance.
We can plan.
I'm keen to do a bit more action oriented stuff soon though. Because it does get a bit we're just going to creep around like cowards.
Look,
we can
try to stay out of trouble.
I'd be very surprised if you could avoid it, to be honest.
Well, we can join this new coward guy.
We can just hide.
We live here now. We live behind the lectern.
Yeah.
Nice bar reliefs. Nice bar.
Arguing until the day we die. Until the merciful release of death.
I think it depends on what you consider progress too. Like knowing about a whole side of the thing that we might not need to go down, I think is really good progress.
Yeah.
And I definitely think out of the two sides that we saw, I'd really rather not fight 3 flaming skulls, which would have been unavoidable had we just gone through that way. Or I guess we could have run away from them. But
how do we fight green skulls these days?
Just smash them.
Because I would be doing fireball.
How did you kill the last one? Because you did end up killing it.
We just wailed on it a bunch. No real massive strategy there.
I mean, they're undead, so obviously if you know anything that works against undead, it'll probably work against them.
Bludgeoning probably is strong against it.
I'll just tell you.
The holy symbol of ravenkind.
Yeah, I can make them run away.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to go very far.
Into a corner, and then we blat them.
Just throw a net over them. Just throw a cloak on top of them.
Are they like?
Oh, that's right. It burned up. We tried that last time. Actually, we threw a cloak on on the thing, and then it's it burns.
Amazing.
Lapkiwi's saying, "Don't forget, you guys are level 9. Level 9 is pretty powerful."
Yeah, I don't want to run away from everything. I'm keen to get into a fight soon. I think we should try and be smart and avoid unnecessary combat. But I'm bring it on, bitches.
Yeah, because I think that we found out it's all aggressive shit in here. They moved in. They killed this blue wizard guy. They're not going to get any mercy, but don't. I guess the dark ones won't mind us just killing everything, but aren't we just going to go? Isn't the plan to go and communicate with the dark ones to negotiate about Casimir's sister and Strahd?
We wanted to find out about Strahd. That was the main reason that I thought we were coming here.
Yeah. Basically, Casimir told you that he thinks that there's a possibility that why are we even here? That
To break the curse.
yeah, there's a possibility to find some information on how to break the curse here.
Yeah, so
And
I'm
how to
assuming
bring
we
his
talk
sister,
to them,
and how
or
to bring his sister back.
do we just read the instructions on the base of the statue or something?
The bas relief of the statue.
The bas
The book.
The
We'll get
bus receipt.
The book will have some information.
Yeah, we got
Why would the
this.
book be hidden? The book will have some information on
that
Guarded
like
by
the
three
history of the
flames?
Is
temples.
the book in this one, Adam?
What one?
That one?
Oh, hang on. I'll have to zoom out. Sorry.
the
Hang on
left
again?
middle.
Oh, I'm not seeing any ping.
Over-
Oh, yes, it's in that one. Yeah,
over on
it's
the
in that
left-hand
one
side,
that-
John. You're pinging over on the
okay.
north. He was over on the left there.
Yeah. It has a little model castle of Ravenloft,
So
and
cute.
then a book in a chest with a false bottom. So maybe it's a book about Ravenloft. Maybe it's the architectural blueprints for Ravenloft.
Hell
That's- I
yeah.
don't know
And
why I've laughed at it. It could be exactly what it is.
and it will have like a little X. It'll be like, this is where the skeleton of the dragon thing that we need to get is, and we'll go get it. And it's super
This
good.
is where Strahd. Strahd takes his showers.
Yep, Strahd's weak point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hates running water. I don't think that would be very good for him.
He's a
Baths,
bath man. is what
strictly
he's saying.
baths only. I
Strictly
can
baths.
imagine.
Bath relief. Yeah.
Who's going to run the water? Oh,
That was good. That
That
was
was
good.
good. That was good.
Semi-pro. Semi-pro.
Okay, I reckon
So we should probably get going.
yeah, I was going to say, let's call it there. Thanks to everyone who came along to watch us play. Look, we made progress. You guys checked out a decent, you guys checked out a
We did.
like a pretty decent chunk of this place. You've learned about some pretty spooky stuff, including that statue with the blackened void for where the face was, which is pretty creepy. And you found someone who doesn't really want you in the room with them, but you found someone.
and in the old dungeons and stuff, we literally did get to one room per session. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're doing well.
Yeah. It did take you about an hour to get away out of the hallway, so that was good though.
Yeah.
But we were doing things.
Yeah, you definitely. Then it picked up for a bit, which was great. Thank you to everyone watching, and thank you to all of our Patreon supporters and our subscribers here. You guys are amazing, helping us out. We're going to have 2 more weeks worth of playtime before we disappear for a few weeks. Playtime. It's
The
playtime.
little play.
Yeah, and we'll have our Call of Cthulhu Christmas special.
He's gone.
Such a merciless shutdown. And we'll have the Call of Cthulhu Christmas.
Yeah, that's what got me as well.
Okay.
Just trying to move things along.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu
Yep.
Christmas special. Was that? When are we doing it? Have we even landed on a date and time yet?
It's the Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes.
That's the
Sunday the what?
12?
Yeah.
Is it?
The 12th. Sunday the 12th.
Sunday the
It's this
12th.
coming
This
Sunday.
coming Sunday.
This coming Sunday. Do we know what time?
Well, everyone needs to confirm, but I'm thinking like early afternoon start.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good to me.
If that's okay with everyone.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll be
okay
there.
for me.
I do need to make my character for it though, which I still need to get done. So I'll put up an event in the Discord so people can see that. So feel free to join us in our Discord and come chat to us about a bunch of stuff. Looks like random just linked the link there. So click on it and join us. And check all our previous sessions if you jumped in and like what we do. And we're going to call it there. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the same time next time, as well as Sunday night. Sunday afternoon? Something like that. There we go. Seeing us out. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.